Good evening! Good evening, good evening, good evening. I haven't even got the right screen up. There we go. Stream starting soon. What's supposed to be BRB? I am a professional. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back to the thing. Hey, Puzzle Bread, which I presume is a rebranded Puzzle Master? Is that you, buddy? Hey-oh, it has been a while. I imagine so. I don't know how many people are puzzles around here. Do I have a lot of puzzle fans? Maybe. Welcome to Session 2 of LudoNarraCon. LudoNarraCon? It's a game about very thin games. Yeah, we are going to look at some more stuff. I've installed a few more demos. I'm still not going to play all of them. There's a whole bunch. I also realise I should have made more of an effort to play more of these things over the last 4 days, but whatever. But also, I missed a trick in not doing loads of it and calling it a LudoNarrathon. Get it? I'm sure someone else has already thought of that before me, but did I ask this last time? I don't stream often enough, so I don't see your name often enough anymore. It's maybe a thing I should do more, possibly. I don't know. I'm on my podcasting life these days. Hey, Curtis. How's it going? Right. Before I dive straight into something, any requests? If anybody's been looking at any of the LudoNarraCon stuff. Otherwise, I've got a few things I'd like to look at. I found there's a game... blah, 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 blah. Harmony, The Fall of Reverie is by Don't Nod, who did Life is Strange. That's just lurking there, all unassuming, like it's not like a big deal that there's a Don't Nod game just chilling out in the LudoNarraCon lineup. But that's got my attention because I really liked Life is Strange. Although for somebody who really liked Life is Strange, I didn't actually get around to playing Life is Strange 2 or the other thing they did between Life is Strange and Life is Strange 2, Captain what's his name? Captain Pants. I don't think that's his name. They did a thing about a teenage boy who was like a superhero or something. And then they did a thing that was about... The second one was like about emotion instead of time travel. But also... I don't know. I played Life is Strange and I played Before the Storm, and both those were great. So, I would expect more good stuff from them, if I'm honest. Locomotive still, like, just gently tugging me by the collar in its direction, because it's trains and murder mystery. I mean, I've already looked at some murder mystery stuff already today, but, like, I can go for more. Yeah, I'm going to jump in with the Don't Nod thing. Let's go for Harmony, because, like, I don't think I've given enough time to Don't Nod since Life is Strange Before the Storm, and I want to see what they're up to and see if they're as good as I remember. And they also have a game which opens in the wrong monitor. We had one of these earlier, and come on, game capture. Is that hmy.exe? I presume that's it. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I accept all your... Yeah, firstborn child. Yeah, I know. I get it. Video. Ooh, excellent. V to apply. Perfect. Yes. I deeply appreciate a game which lets you choose which monitor it displays on in the options menu. Like, it's not unusual to have a multi-monitor setup in this day and age. I know a lot of people have super widescreen ones, but like, it's not that rare to have multi-monitors. So, put that in the options menu. There's something like that. I just want to be able to, like, instead of like faffing around with changing it into a window and then dragging it across the other one and then maximizing it again, just like, there you go, option. Audio is loud, I take it, from the fact that I'm being told about the audio. Let's get that right down. Is that hanging somewhere around the right? Well, I feel like the main menu is going to be quite quiet and the game's going to be a bit louder, so I'll bring it down a touch further. There we go. That'll do. Podcast out. I've been running dual monitors for a long ass time, frankly. I randomly found in like a second-hand electronics shop many moons ago a monitor which was completely 100% identical to the monitor I was using at the time, and I was like, oh, that's my monitor, I've got that exact same monitor, and it was like 10 quid. And I was like, okay, great, now I have two monitors, and I have never looked back since that day, because it was absolutely life-changing to have two monitors all of a sudden. So I'm dual monitor for life, yo. Right. Let's have a look at this thing. Harmony! The Fall of Reverie. New game, please. Yes. Okay, we got floating orbs. Something Wheatley. Already on board with it. Yes. I thought they were going to go for a different aesthetic, judging by the screenshots, but there is a real Life is Strange kind of sort of style to this, huh? Don't Nod have got their aesthetic, and they stick with it, huh? It's not exactly the same, not completely, but a lot of it's like got a similar. Yeah, it's a little bit more animated, I suppose. Animation, like more of an animation, but it's still got that same sort of like. More of it's still that sort of painted look, I suppose. Whoa, cyberpunk goggles. That's how you know this is the future. This isn't a game, we're just going to watch an animation now. Welcome back, Polly. To a real fancy house. Okay. Feel like... is this where a game begins? Everything looks the same, but it feels so different. I dropped my bag in my old room. It's been 10 years since I moved out of this place. 5 since last time I managed to come back for the holidays. When I was young, this island felt so small, but now I'm realizing I was wrong about that. This seems lower budget than previous Don't Nod titles. The fact that it's basically, thus far, just a visual novel. Like, we don't have, like, voice actors and I think mocap. I'm pretty sure I had mocap. Like, they were bigger budget than this. Let's return to the grind. Enjoy your grind. If your grind is an enjoyable grind, I hope your grind is enjoyable. Bye, Curtis. Her fingers have separated bits, sheer robot. I thought they were tattoos, actually. I thought, yeah, like, I saw the lines around the fingers, but, like, my interpretation was that was just kind of like a sort of a tattoo aesthetic, and I was going to remark on it and then got distracted, but, like, yeah, they look kind of cool. Maybe robot things, who knows? When I was young, this island felt so small, I realized I'm wrong about this. Not just small, it's just that I was growing up. I had my own ideas, I needed some time away, alone. Back then, it felt like all the space here was meant for other, more important people. There was a thing popped up there and I didn't see what it was. And by people, I mean my mother. Ursula. She's always been so purposeful, so dedicated, so focused. She casts a long shadow. The Naiads. This is a schmancy place with a arcade machine in a swimming pool. Love to see it. Now I find myself stepping back into the place where we lived together for so many years. The Naiads. Ah, I've got a codex, that's what it is. A big residence open to all, filled with artists and creatives. The backbone of Alma, the surrounding neighbourhood. At least it was. With Ursula gone missing, the place feels empty now. Almost abandoned. I decided to go straight to my mother's room. It's the heart of the problem. I dig the idea of repurposing a swimming pool into just, like, a space. That's just kind of neat. I suppose very in-fitting with a sort of a creative, collective space kind of thing. Everything looks familiar, and everything feels strange. I hear a sound, and some instinct freezes me in place. Nobody's home. The noise emerges from somewhere inside my mother's room. A heartbeat and a gentle pearl-like rattling. A soothing sound. A call. A name, whispered, chanted. I feel compelled to open the door, and... and magic happens. Or possibly sufficiently advanced technology. Gonna go with magic on that one. That's certainly a luck. Hey, Elsrath. Yeah, animation's great. Nexus. Ooh. Where am I? World around me, I've never seen anything like it. An endless panorama, a limitless horizon. My head spins. Those are tattoos. Ah, okay, cool. And there, looking at me like I'm an old friend, is a girl. She seems surprised, as if my presence was a shock to her.
Didn't see you there.
Oh, and she has her voice.
Take your time, Sprout. It's not every day you wake up in a new dimension.
My ears are ringing, head swimming. I feel like I'm in the strangest dream ever, but I take a breath and focus.
There you go. You'll get the hang of it in no time.
Who is this person? She puts down the game console she was playing with and rushes over to me.
So, I guess we've got a lot to discuss.
Who are you? I'm Polly.
Actually, you're Harmony for us over here.
She seems to be looking at my clothes and... What happened? Why am I dressed like a priestess? Breathe. I need to breathe.
I'm Bliss. This world is Reverie. And it's in big trouble.
What?
Both my world and yours are on the brink of collapse. Not pillaged and plundered by an invading army or something cool like that. No, this is ugly. Bad news. Collapsing from within, you know?
Wait, slow down, please. I was just in my mother's room, and I picked up this necklace, and...
See this?
The girl points to an object floating in the middle of the platform. An orb. It sort of looks like a heart, wreathed in blue flames. It's radiating a powerful surge of emotions. How do I know this?
Don't look at it for too long, Sprout. It'll bum you out.
It's incredible.
And yet, it's fragile. More than it has ever been.
I take a few steps toward it. Waves of comforting warmth and aching cold wash over me. Sensations of solitude and togetherness, emptiness and excess. I'm on the verge of tears, gripped by a sense of helpless sorrow beyond my control.
I know who you are. And I know you have to touch the heart of Reverie.
The heart.
Touch it! Touch it and see the future!
I comply. My fingers seem to go right through the surface. It's neither cold nor hot. Softly rough. I feel a slight shock, almost imperceptible.
What the...
You're connected to Reverie now. You'll be able to travel between our world and yours.
What do you mean, travel? I have so many questions.
Looks like you're searching for your mother. This'll point you in the right direction. Introducing the Augural, an amazing tool you can use to strategize and plan out the future.
How do I use it?
The girl takes a sip of her drink and a few seconds to reply. Is this simply theatrics, or is she figuring out the best way to explain?
See for yourself, Sprout.
This tutorial will give you all the knowledge you need to explore the story. Okay. The future is visible to you in the form of interconnected nodes. Each node contains a fragment of a story that you can choose to unveil. Close the tutorial and click on the first node to select it. Ooh. That's the entire story. It's about as complex as... just immediately getting... crap, what's it called? Beacon Pines vibes. I'm like, yes, we have a branching story. Yes, no, there are 2 branches. Sure. When a node is selected, information about its fragments of story appears on the right of your screen. What is this? Where am I? Use this information to plan your journey through the story. Close this tutorial and click again on the node to see the fragment it contains. It's gonna be a tearjerker. No! I don't need emotions in my life. What happened? What the hell just happened?
The overall allows you to see the future. That's this board, you know? Before today, time was linear for you. From now on, well, it dances to your tune.
It's incredible. How? How come I can do that?
I'm an aspiration. Me and my friends need a heart to exist. But our heart is weak. And you're special, Sprout. You can help us. You can save us all.
Bliss attempts to smile, but it looks forced. Perhaps because I look so confused. For a moment, the words mean nothing to me. But why me? And why was the necklace in my mother's room? Hang on. Realize if we're gonna get dialogue, probably want to up this a bit. Let's go to that, but bring the music down to like half of what it was. Presumably, in theory, the voices should be a bit more loud and everything else should be about the same. Well, bring that down as well. No. Apply. Yeah, there we go. I think that's about right.
Let's start with something easy. Truth or dare?
Truth or dare? Is she serious? The light in her eyes tells me so. She is serious. The question mark symbol means that only one of the 2 nodes can be played. The other will be blocked forever. Ooh. Choose which... Okay, that's actually quite interesting. Yeah, Beacon Pines did not have a... You must choose a... Like, it was a, you can just replay everything and see all the things all the time and explore all timelines. Okay. Ooh. So, we get to there, we got a choice. We get to there, we get a choice. And we have to commit! You know what? I said this about the game I played earlier, whose name immediately eludes me. Death Trick. Guys, I said this about... No, it wasn't Death Trick. No, was it? It was Times and Galaxy that I said this about. Times and Galaxy had a lot of things that you could find, but, like, it didn't give you the chance of exploring all the options. Like, most games, historically, generally, as a sort of a design concept, tend to allow you to explore all the things. If you get a dialogue tree, you get to just work your way through them one at a time, A, B, C, D, however many, like, you go through all the dialogue things until you've explored all the conversation options, and then you have heard all the things, and that's it, done. So, I'm already seeing the beginnings of a little bit of a new trend here in this today, of kind of asking you to be a bit more, I guess, committal about your decisions. I mean, games have kind of done this before. I don't think this is like a brand new concept, but I don't know, it just feels refreshing to just not be like, here's a list of things. Like, no, it's like, you're going to pick a choice, and you're going to commit to the choice. It's kind of like, kind of nice, and you're not going to see everything. presumably, maybe there's an element of that encourages replay value, because now you have to play it all again to see the other options, but I've taken issue with the description of choices matter on Steam. So many games are tagged as that. I've taken issue with that for a while because they didn't. They don't. So many games, choices don't matter. It's something I think I did say about Beacon Pines, is like, it was flagged as choices matter. Each time you do a thing, like, options open up, but like, by the time you finish the game, you will have explored every single option in the game, just by literal virtue of playing it, because that's how the game plays out, to the point where your choices actually didn't matter, and then there was one true canonical end that you would work towards by eliminating all other bad endings. Like, choices genuinely did not matter. So, you know what, if games are moving in a direction of making choice matter, as part of a narrative thing, I like this. Leaning back towards the Telltale game style versus choose your own adventure style. Yeah, fair enough. You know what? I never played any of the new Telltale. I played a bunch of older Telltale games. I played the Sam & Max games. I played the bloody Back to the Future game they did, which was mostly very self-congratulatory. I played the Monkey Island games, but once they'd established the Telltale game format that they had, I never actually played any of those. But yeah, I guess I see what you're saying, because they had a lot of you must make a decision and you've got 5 seconds to choose in, and you have to pick, quick pick. If you don't pick, we'll pick for you, kind of thing. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you had to commit. So yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's probably a valid comparison, I suppose. Dare. No, this is real, so let's just go with the flow. Don't know where this is going, but talking seems less risky. Yeah. I wonder how you can play this game with some kind of immortal child, but I accept.
Dare.
Dad, show me the cutest picture of you.
Cutest? I guess I can do that.
Bliss smiles. The squirrel will remember that. Yes, yeah, that stuff. Yes. And just like that, I'm back home. I walk through the rooms and point to a picture. It's me, age 6, dressed for the first day of school. Don't ask me about the costume.
OMG, honey, you're the cutest!
Everywhere I look, I see a good memory. Laszlo letting me play on the diving board while Ursula looked on in horror. Watching Nora drawing peacefully while Laszlo cooked. A few times Ursula let me have friends over for my birthday. Laszlo and Ursula cooking Nora's favourite meal while I finished my homework. I can't shake the strange feeling that I'm overseeing the future, learning the shape of my own path.
You're a natural. Look at you travelling between Brittle and Reverie like it's nothing.
Isn't it dangerous, seeing the future?
Bathing in what's to come or what's happened before is always dangerous.
Melancholy is a powerful emotion. And this place is...
When my dad left, Laszlo entered my life and carried me through the change. Carried all of us. He brought along his granddaughter, Nora. She brought a rush of fresh new energy. She electrified the place. We were an odd family. Piecemeal, improvised, but whole. My family.
What just happened?
You made a choice. What rippled forward from it was unique and new. Take your time to understand what all this implies. New powers can take a bit of getting used to, you know? You just need to focus. Stay in the present.
The memories felt more real.
You asked, right? Isn't it dangerous to blah blah and all that? Well, duh. Yeah, of course it's dangerous to live in a time that's not yours. Simple fact. And that's why you need to focus. Feet on the ground, eyes ahead, deep breath, and look into the future.
Look into the future? Polly can catch a glimpse of the future, but entire parts of it sometimes remain hidden from her. Nodes with the closed eye symbol will hide all the nodes behind them. Hidden nodes cannot be interacted with. They conceal all information about the fragment they contain. You'll need to progress through the augural until you reach this node to reveal it and see beyond it. On the augural, use mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Use right click to move the camera. Already figured that bit out. Okay. Didn't realize there was a zoom. Fair enough. So everything beyond here is hidden from view. Ooh. That one looks shiny. Why would I pick the thing that isn't shiny over the thing that's shiny if I know that one's shiny? Ooh. Secrets. I feel like someone else coming down. This is weird. I open my eyes again. The two paths have merged into one.
Go on, what do you see? What do you feel?
I sense a new being. A new force. It's getting closer.
That, I believe, would be me.
Hello, Mr. Power. A tall silhouette comes into focus before my eyes, surrounded by electric blue fish dancing in the air. Okay. Only one of those fish is blue. Well, two of them are sort of greyish blue. I knew Bliss was tiny, but now she looks positively minuscule.
I am power. An aspiration like our minuscule Bliss over there.
He reads my mind too. I'm going to have to work harder to keep them out of my head.
No offense, Bliss.
None taken. I'd prefer the term fun-sized.
A little laugh slips out of me. Suddenly this whole situation feels absurdly mundane, as though I've always been a part of this.
You must be Harmony.
Harmony, what a name. Am I one of them?
You have seen how weak our heart is. It won't last long. Great changes would come to pass. You might even call them cataclysmic.
The ground beneath me suddenly feels shaky, unstable.
What can I do? I'm just looking for my mother. I didn't ask for any of this.
You now know that chance does not exist. The futures laid out before you will force your hand. They will require you to make choices. Choices that are ruthless, difficult, even painful. Choose wisely, follow your objective, and your diligence will be rewarded with a valuable resource.
Knew I forgot something. There's this energy called egregor, right? It's basically how we exist in your world. It kind of tastes like, you know that blue soda?
Egregor is rare and powerful. It is not to be drunk. Some choices you make will generate egregor and bind us together. Use it wisely.
What? What are you expecting from me?
The aspirations meet my doubts with a knowing look. I don't like that they can see my thoughts, read my intentions.
You got it. I can tell because your mind's gone all hard. Difficult to hear.
It looks like I'm getting better at pushing them away from what's in my head.
We have much more to tell you, but a good leader knows what to reveal and what to leave unsaid. For now, of course.
I need to know who his voice actor is. It feels familiar. I guess gravelly dude's voice is not exactly scarce amongst video game characters, but also it's still ringing bells. I think the two aspirations look at each other. Something is shared in their glance. An emotion, a memory. But I don't know what it is. I'll need to find out by myself.
The key is your mother, Harmony.
Her disappearance must be linked with what happened here.
A pause. They glance at each other.
Some of our number are lost. Scattered.
And we work better if we're a team.
How many of them are there?
But that's for later. Right now, the priority is your mother.
Exactly.
We must find her. Or else...
Your heart will get weaker?
The look in their eyes tell me I'm right.
Find your mother. Explore the futures.
I nod. The view from up here is stunning. My head feels heavy. So much has been dropped on me. So much. I need to close my eyes. And look into the augural. Ooh, okay. New objective node has been revealed. Objective nodes are marked by their ray of light shining from the center. Try to reach them to progress through the story. Use tab to open the notifications panel and see the new objective node. Okay. Question. If everything's just choice-based, and thus far, yes, why would I not just pick one of these instead of that one? I don't quite get that. I'm sure there's more coming in a moment. Oh, these are their resources, power crystals and bliss crystals. They were talking about, oh, you'll get valuable resources, right? So by picking things, we get the things. Support Nora, gain a crystal. Warn Nora, gain a power crystal. Sanctuary of Bliss, Sanctuary of Power, get crystals. Okay, cool. Didn't find the guy's voice actors, didn't realize this is Don't Nod. Yeah. This is kind of why I picked it. I mean, I loved Life is Strange. I loved Before the Storm. I, for some reason, slept on that mini free game they did, whose name eludes me, Captain something or other, and then they did Color Hunch. I think you only see part of the time. I'm imagining this timeline is just like the demo of the game, really. Yeah. I think once we get to here, it's like demo ends. Yeah, I don't know why I'm really bad at playing games that I want to play. Like, something in my brain is just like utterly broken about consuming content that like I should play and or watch, really, if one wants to extend it to like TV and movies and things. Like, I tell myself I don't have time to do things, to play things, to watch things, and then I fill that time with like fucking doom scrolling Twitter or whatever, or playing just shallow ass gacha games or whatever. Like, I could spend an evening playing a rich narrative game that will, like, you know, improve me as a more rounded human being, or watch some TV so I've got some cultural touchstones with which to connect to other human beings. But no, I'll just like get angry at knobheads on Twitter. If anybody knows a good source of affordable therapy, I should probably work this out in my life at some point. An awakening, I'm back on Earth, was all of that real? I can tell right away that I'm not in reverie anymore. The sun over Atina is hot and dry. Stretch out my arms, feeling the muscles there resisting. A minute. I just need a minute to think this through. I came here to find my mother, discovered a necklace that transported me far away, and now I'm able to instantly travel between worlds and talk to gods?
Is that it?
That wasn't a dream. All my studies into the human mind, all my research, I've never heard of anything like this. It wasn't a seizure or hallucination. This was all the legends and tales my mother wrote about in her poetry, all the stories she told me as a kid. Invisible worlds open up in front of me with the augural. I need to act. I need to embrace this. I feel like I have a big library of games I want to play, but I end up playing the same 5 games I've done before yet again. Yeah, like, I sat down the other day and I was like, I want to actually play something that's not, like, meaningless drivel on my phone. And I ended up playing City Skylines, which, like, I mean, is a great game, but also, like, holy crap, like, I've got so many things to play, and I was like, you know what's good? City Skylines is good. I'll play some City Skylines again. I feel like City Skylines work. I'm like, oh, I could play anything. I've got hundreds, nay thousands of games I haven't touched. I mean, I don't really interested in actually playing many of those thousands, but like, literally do. I could play anything. And nope. Doom scrolling has made plenty of video late. Yeah, I mean, my issue with videos lately is inspiration. Like, I don't find, like, part of me's hoping LudoNarraCon is going to give me some fodder for things to keep an eye out for to review over the course of the next year or so. But like, much of the time, it's just like I don't have my finger on the pulse that well of good games coming out, and half the time when I do find out about a good game, it's like on the day of launch, if not sometime after launch. So I kind of end up like being late to the party. I need to know about games before they come out so that I can get a review copy before it comes out, or as early as humanly possible, and get my video made in a reasonable time frame. And I don't. And I've discussed this before at great length. Like, there is a marked difference between games that I reviewed on embargo and games that I reviewed after embargo. Games that I review before embargo do really well for me and inspire me to make more content, and they're really like, oh yeah, this is great, I can do this, I like making videos, this feels worthwhile to me. And videos where I release the content like a month or 2 months after the game comes out, nobody watches it. Except for that one Pirates of the Burning Sea video, which came out like 10 years after the game and is my most viewed video to date, so that one's just weird. Started making yourself play 7 different games a week for a side channel. Don't have to beat them, so just play an hour or 2 to keep up on schedule. See, I did that like 8 years ago, maybe more. I was between jobs. I had the time to do so. I know full well at my YouTubing peak, the prime of physical perfection, I was making 14 videos a week. I put out 14 videos a week on my channel for some months at some stage in my life. Definitely no small part of that was I trawled through itch.io and found things, and I just went looking for underappreciated gems, or things that I hoped would be underappreciated gems, and played, like, in most cases, 10 or 15 minutes of it, made that into a video, and I had one of those every single day just to, like, keep doing that. But, yeah. You know what? It's not... I didn't enjoy grinding out content like some sort of content mill. What I do like is taking the time to do a review properly and edit it and present it well. And, you know, sometimes it works well for me. The Pale Beyond, which is in part of LudoNarraCon. I'm not going to cover that because I did a review on it, and it's one of the best videos, one of the most viewed videos on my channel. Since I released that video, which is now 2 months ago, I should make more videos, right? That's clocked up, closing in on 10,000 views. That's really good for me. That's incredibly good for me. And, like, yeah, that's pre-release access. That's what it gets you. Pre-release access, guaranteed coverage. I mean, it has to be pre-release access and something that kind of interests me. I'm not going to cover everything that somebody sends me pre-release, but I will probably only get pre-release if it's something I've sought out ahead of time because I know it's coming and I know I want to play it. Years later for should you do X in 2020X? I don't know that. I'm not sure the sort of video you mean there, but okay. Fair enough. I find more satisfaction in doing the Simpsons podcast these days. I genuinely kind of like would like to. I'd like to get into more of a routine about doing the Simpsons podcast. Like, I still want to make videos, but I feel like videos will be more as and when I find a thing that really gets my interest. And podcast will be like my main content hustle, I think, really. To that end, I should maybe wind down my channel membership thing, honestly. Just weird thing. I've still got Tulkas paying me $5 a month. Like, it's just feeling weird now, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's just very strange. He feels like the sort of person who would keep paying somebody $5 a month just to make it awkward for them, for the sheer sake of making it awkward for somebody. So, like, that's probably why he's doing it, but, like, yeah, it's working, but also I get money out of it, so shrug? I can turn off that part of my brain that goes, yeah, that's a bit weird. Right, barriers. We're talking about barriers. Barriers block access to certain nodes until they're removed. It seems crystals are required to unlock either of these two nodes. The doobity-doos and the dibbity-dees show that you need a bliss or a power crystal to progress through the story. Crystals can be gained as you progress through the Orgirl. Here are the crystals you seek. Do you see the doobity-dees and the dibbly-dees on the upper part of these two nodes? Progress through the Orgirl and play one of them to gain a crystal and break the corresponding barrier. But wait, how do I go from there to there? I thought we couldn't pick... Oh, it doesn't say you can't go back, it just says you can't pick the other option, right? So if I pick one, the other one's locked out, but I can still go back and pick the other thing and go that way. Press through the Orgirl and play one to gain a crystal and break the corresponding barrier. Crystals can materialize in different forms depending on which aspiration they're bound to. Alright, fine. Let's go to a kind of home and a familiar face. I walk back inside, my head still swirling with words, names, predictions. And then... Nora! I can hear her footsteps outside the room. Knowing her, she's about to barge in. I rub my eyes and run my hands through my hair, trying to wake from... reverie?
Polly?
I can feel tears in my eyes, a sweet taste in my mouth, static electricity grazing my shoulders and arms.
Polly! You're here!
Nora! Come here!
She crosses the room and we hug. It's the first human contact I've had in months. She feels so good, so warm and familiar.
How are you?
Good! I mean... fine. Considering what's going on.
It's okay. We'll find her. I know we will.
So much has happened.
Tell me.
Hold on, I need some coffee. It's keeping my brain from rotting.
Also feel like I know Nora's voice. God damn it! Wait, is there credits in this game? Because, like, I need to know who the voice actors are doing this. She drinks coffee now. She's definitely older, a young woman. In the kitchen, Nora makes us both coffee and launches into, well, about 8 different stories at once, all tangled together. She hasn't changed, always carrying an entire world of plots and characters and charming adventures with a Nora-verse of energy.
And yeah, Grandpa's gone through all 5 stages of grief, though for a while I thought he was stuck on denial.
It's not Abigail Thorne, is it? I know she did some video game voice acting a little bit pre-transition. Didn't... It sounds a lot like her. I smile as she hands over a huge mug filled to the brim with caffeine.
Nothing beats a really cheap, super strong coffee.
Can she see you?
Oh, no. No, you're fine. Just don't start talking to yourself. Weirds people out.
I'm so sorry. I'm talking so much. Can't believe it's the first time you've been back in years.
Yeah, it's... you know.
Oh, I know. Things were difficult with Ursula.
It doesn't feel good to admit my mother always showed more love and affection to Nora than to me. I'm not jealous. Nora deserves love, but it's hard to stop thinking about the reasons behind it. Was I harder to love?
But she'd been different lately. We had a fight before she went missing.
Ursula was upset with you.
Nora's always gotten along well with my mother. I can't remember the last time they fought.
Have you heard about all the job openings at MK?
Nora wants to join MK? A few months ago she was telling me how intrusive and problematic they were.
The city's getting more expensive by the minute, and the pay's good, and it's interesting work, I guess. Did I mention the pay? Because, Paul, we're barely getting by here. And there's this school I'd like to go to, a rather expensive school, but Ursula felt I was betraying myself, and we had a fight, and I had to sleep at a friend's place for a couple of days.
That bad?
I just needed some space, some air.
The shiver of static electricity is back, through my fingers, up my back. The necklace feels lighter around my throat.
I know MK isn't perfect, but I can't live here forever. No way I can move out without a job.
MK isn't perfect, but it's not a sentence I ever thought I'd hear from Nora's mouth.
What do you think?
As I think about how to answer, I feel the weight of the decision. This is the kind of choice Bliss was talking about. Right. Support Nora. This is what she wants to hear. Support, not judgment. Warn Nora. She doesn't want to hear this, but it's for her own good. Ooh. And we can't go back no matter what we choose. Yeesh. I don't know. I don't know anything about MK. It sounds cursorily quite bad. Yeah, fine. Trust my gut on that one, I guess. She's got nothing else to go on.
Do it, Harmony.
But she'll be disappointed, and...
You are about to tell her what she needs to hear, not what she wants to hear.
The more I think about it, the more I feel he's right. Time to put on my big sister cap.
maybe it's just me, but I can't picture you in a monoconcern uniform.
Monoconcern? Like single company, like a monopoly? Is the like is monoconcern literally just like the name? Is the name of the company basically just Monopoly? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Yeah, I feel like they're probably quite bad, huh?
I know. But the pay it would change a lot for me.
She's conflicted, and I don't think she expected me to reel her back in so quickly. How long has she been thinking about this?
No, you're right. It's not a good idea. They've been increasing security all over the island. MK is everywhere these days. Hard to avoid. And I know I won't change anything by myself, but...
Is monoconcern just down? Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of like what it's alluding to, right? Isn't it? It's a single concern, a single company, a mono company. There's a company that's trying to do and be everything, right? I mean, is it just Amazon, Google, whatever, like, take your pick. There's a few that could quite comfortably fit that niche right now. Amazon is definitely a pretty good analogy, I suspect, because, like, they absolutely are trying to dip a toe into a bit of everything, but it's like, so do Google, don't they? So... Her heart is heavier. I wish I could take this burden off her, but the rest is up to her.
You cannot take back your words. Moving forward is the only way to travel this road, Harmony. You did well.
Sorry, it was a bad idea. Can I have a hug?
I don't need to be asked twice. Her warmth is contagious.
You know I didn't mean to make you feel guilty, right?
I know. Don't worry. I'm tough. On the inside.
Of course you are.
She smiles. I smile back. I'm realizing that from now on, My relationships will be affected by my power. This is a heavier burden than I thought.
This is good. The hug, I mean.
It is.
Nora squeezes harder. Then she releases me. We're both recharged, both forgiven, both at peace.
Come on. I guess we should go find Laszlo.
Yeah. I could do with a drink.
And maybe passing out and forgetting about the necklace and those two weird... I stop the thought before it expands beyond my control. Family first. Because that's why I'm here, isn't it? Family. You just collected your first crystal. A crystal collected during a chapter and not kept when you move to the next one. Oh, okay. Barriers fall and you can now reach the objective node. Okay. Ooh, it's swirling. And that one's locked out. Can't do that. Power, you're welcome to visit my stronghold anytime, young Harmony. Alright. Whoa. Neat. Power's stronghold. A shock, a brief pain behind my eyes, a bright light. When I return to my senses, I'm not on Atina anymore. I'm back in... reverie?
You have chosen well thus far.
Is this your realm?
Indeed. A place of strength, of fortitude.
A gust of dry wind pushes us inside the tower. Now, since you've chosen over there, your choice over here is forced. Yes, yeah, that was... yeah. The cold stone that surrounds us makes... I presume there will be other choices. Like, obviously, this is kind of like very tutorializing. I would like to hope that later on in the game you'll be picking crystals with your choices, but that won't necessarily railroad you into the next choice, that you will potentially have, you know, multiple crystals at your disposal to pick at on the choices where you are having to, like, break barriers, right? Like, for the purposes of this is just kind of teaching you the game. It's like, you picked here, so you unlock here. But I would hope that a later choice would, like, be more open than that. The cold stone that surrounds us makes me feel like I'm walking down the barrel of a gun. Power takes an unhurried seat on a monumental throne, a movement rehearsed 1,000 times.
But a realm implies a kingdom, a title, a crown.
This is all for show, a power play. No pun intended.
The aspirations are neither kings nor queens nor anything in between. Neither deities nor demigods.
What's in between a king and a queen? Like, a non-binary monarch? Like, so nothing between a king or a queen? I'm like, okay, well, like, there's not, generally speaking, there's not really, like, much of a hierarchy between either one of those. They're pretty equivalent. So, this feels like a bit of a redundant statement.
Aspirations are intrinsically linked to your world and your kind.
And we never had a clue about any of it.
Have you always been here?
Always. Since the dawn of your kind. Since your first dream, your first wish, your first complex thought. It must come as a shock to lose the luxury of your ignorance.
The aspirations have been here all this time, everywhere, guiding all of our choices. So many questions. My mind's awash with words and doubts and queries.
Do we elect you?
Like if you took the green choice early, maybe you could say that for a choice late game barrier. Is that what you see? I mean, to some extent, it did say that those crystals will be lost at the start of a new chapter. So I presume over each chapter there'll be like some choices to make, some barriers to break. But I don't think it will be as straightforward as pick one crystal, break one barrier, pick one crystal, break one barrier. They'll be like, pick a crystal, pick a crystal, pick a crystal, break a barrier. You might be railroaded based on the crystals you picked earlier. That only one of those crystals might break one of the barriers, because it seemed to imply there's going to be like a few things. I think was it like 6 or so? Aspirations, that's what they're called, right? There's like, so there'll be a few different ones to pick from. So if you've got like a pink crystal and a yellow crystal and a green crystal, and then like the option later is like, do you pick the green or the blue one? You'll be like, oh, I guess I'm going to go green. But if it goes, oh, green or blue, you'll have a choice, right? He shakes his gigantic head back and forth, his mouth twisting into a smile. The concept of democracy seems alien to power.
The same way a river elects the sea into which it flows.
For a second, it feels like his throne is made of whitewashed bones, crushed hopes, tears and sweat and blood.
You sense that we aspirations are much more than we appear. We give off an energy that is neither good nor bad. Harmony.
Like gods?
I'm trying to make sense of it all, trying to make it work in my head.
Gods are invented, and inventions can be killed. No. No.
Sedan-sized fist hammers the arm of his throne.
We are much more. Greater than gods. But our strength is limited to this place. We need a firm hand to restore our world.
And my world too, right? If I understood, we're connected. You need us humans. And we need you.
A smile disappears from his face.
True. Use the Augural. Explore your future. Establish and assert your own will. Follow my path, and we can change the world. Our worlds. Because whatever is about to come, dear Harmony, even I cannot predict what it will be.
He raises his hand and snaps his fingers. My head is buzzing with thoughts. Now what? Whatever's brewing here, it's big. There's like 6 pillars around the thing. I think that was... I wonder if that's where... I can't remember if they said there will be 6, or if I've just sort of inferred it from like sort of the sort of general design of things. But like 6 pillars sort of suggests to me like 6... whatever I said they were called. Aspirations. Those are the ones. Those are the things. Bigger than my mother despairing. I step close to the heart of reverie. Its blue flames don't seem to burn.
Hey, you still here?
Oh, you still have the red crystal. Did I? Oh, cool. Oh, interesting. All right. Huh. Oh. That changes things a little. I don't know if it changes things a lot. It definitely changes things a little.
Didn't mean to scare you. Sorry.
There's more to it than she's ready to share. I can sense it.
This is a lot. Are you real? Is any of this real? Or am I having some sort of waking nightmare?
First, thanks. Nightmare indeed. Second, it's very real, Sprout.
I just need a minute.
It's okay. Really. We're really impressed by everything you've done so far. Soon, you'll be able to see even further on the Augural.
How far ahead?
Depends on your choices. On who you side with. On what happens.
She's uncomfortable.
I can tell you don't exactly trust me. Even if I can't read your mind anymore.
Let's be honest here.
You mentioned my mother. As soon as I stepped into all this, you knew. And you wanted me to find her. What's going on with her? Do you know Ursula?
Can aspirations breathe? Because if so, Bliss just took the biggest gulp of air ever.
Ursula was here before. In your shoes. In this place. Wearing this necklace. And she tried to do everything you've been doing today, and...
She failed.
She wasn't the right person. Why? I can't tell you directly.
For every mystery solved, 2 secrets are added.
Whatever happened, it broke us. It almost ruined Reverie. And we forgot. Our minds, our bodies were twisted and erased.
I turn away from Bliss. A minute. I just need a minute. Today's been a string of stolen minutes, wild concepts, shocking discoveries.
We need your help. And you need ours. There's an aspiration called truth. They know a lot. I mean, of course. If you could find a way to save them, it would mean the world to us. I know it's unfair to ask you to go out there without any more information.
It'll be okay. I understand the stakes. And I'll do my best.
I give her a tentative smile. I need to get back to Nora, meet with Laszlo, search for my mother and this truth. No time to lose. Truth was non-binary. She used they, them pronouns for him. We stand. The game is saved automatically after each node played. You can still restart a chapter from the start as long as it has not been completed. Okay. So, a bit, Pale Beyond, in that, like, you can do a chapter over, but you have to do an entire chapter over. End of chapter. And I presume end of demo? Oh god, there's more! This is the act overview. It appears when reaching the end of a chapter. An act is composed of several chapters, each having its own objectives. The act overview is a simplified version of all the chapters composing an act. This is the objective you just completed, helping Nora make a decision about her future. It is now part of your ongoing journey towards the main pivot points of the story, the outcomes. Ooh, interesting that the outcomes of the story, it is just there are two outcomes. Ha. And it's based on whether you... Okay, and there are only 3 types of crystal here. Okay, maybe I was wrong about the 6 things then. Got pink, green, and orange crystals. Huh, alright. But you need... Oh! So that barrier needed 1 crystal, but there'll be other barriers that'll be like, you need 3 crystals, you need 5 green crystals or whatever, right? And you need to collect enough of them. Right, that'll be how it'll work. But to get those outcomes, you need 13 pinks or 13 of those 2 collectively. Unlocked by the crystals you collect throughout the chapters. At the end of a chapter, all the crystals you collected are automatically transferred to the outcomes. Unlocking an outcome generally requires a large number of crystals. At the end of an act, you have to pick an out. Oh, at the end of an act, you have to pick out an outcome. Okay, so it's not the end of the game, it's just the end of the act. Right. On the augural, you can press semicolon at any time to access the act overview. I've got a lot of duff keys on my keyboard. I don't know if my semicolon works. It's not a character I type very often. I don't think it does. That's a problem. I hope there's key rebindings. Or maybe I should buy a new keyboard. Don't hesitate to check it regularly and see your progress towards the outcome you're aiming for. Close the tutorial and click on this node to start the next chapter. So that's the outcome of the decision I made, but it went that way. The decision was there. Okay, this one's bigger. Oh, this one is much bigger. So we got a doot. One doot over here, which is just a side thing. There's nothing barring you off from doing it, but you don't have to do it. And then a doot, which leads you into some doots, and that takes you to a doot, and then some barriers. These eyeballs are the ones preventing you seeing what you need to aim for. So I guess once you get past there, you can see what you're working towards. Does the demo take you through all the way through chapter 2 as well? Because if so, I've been here like an hour playing this game, and there are other LudoNarraCon titles to look at, and I may need to just like call out there. What I will say is this game definitely has its hooks in me pretty well at this stage. It said something about autosaving, right? Progression was saved after the last node you played. Perfect. Oh, fine. Credits. Hello. I need to know these before we move on. I need these credits. Tell me who the heck the voice actors were. This is important. Can we speed it up? Low, down, space. Oh, it does go slightly faster if you press down. Okay, cool. Very slightly faster. Lena Rain! Oh, dang! Orahak's wife. I know, Orahak is an artist that does some really great art that I'm aware of on Twitter that I follow. I know that's her wife. I don't know any of the other people. Come on, voice actors. Voice actors where? I don't know anything about no narrative designers. I know voices. Ooh, voice acting supervisor. Does that mean we're getting to voice acting? No, it does not. We've got QA to do first. Lena gets around. I'm not really that familiar with her work. I'm more familiar with Orahak, because Orahak did a bunch of stuff for like Valhalla as well. Like, I don't know if I may even be where I found out about her art. But her art is so cool. Oh, sound designers, audio artists, music by Lena. Okay, still no voice act writing. Voiceover, hello. Who am I after? Nora. Abigail Thorne. It was. I was right. It was Abigail Thorne. Did Nora? Holy crap. Who's Power? Timothy Watson. Don't know the name Timothy Watson. Holy shit! It genuinely was Abigail Thorne. That's very cool. Love that for her. Did not know she was still doing video game voiceover work. I follow her on Twitter. I listen to her podcast. I watch her videos on YouTube. I did not know she was doing this. I didn't know she was doing voice acting for Don't Nod. That's cool. Right, I need a new game. What else have we got? I've mentioned this twice now. Let's do some murder mystery. Let's do a locomotive. Right. Ooh, louds. Come on. Oh, it's a chucklefish. I wasn't even looking at the screen with the game on it, and I just heard the I was like, ah, it's chucklefish. Timothy Watson is from the Archers. I did a whole video about a thing that wasn't the Archers, but was very clearly kind of the Archers. So, sure, we'll pretend that's like my connection to that. Audio, get the heck way down. That's loud. That's... I think 10% is about right. Yeah, maybe. It's actually really quiet for me. Yeah, the music's super loud. The sound effect that it plays is what I was judging it by. And that seemed quite loud, but no, that's good for music. Timothy Watson is a British accent. Drop Titchener. Is that all? Oh well. Oh, Mumkai and Xenoblade Chronicles and Yuri Angoroga. I mean, again, as I said at the time, like his voice act. I don't know if that's what his voice sounds like, but his voice acting there was just very gravelly dude, which is like kind of the same voice I do for any big burly dude in a game. I just talk kind of like this. Gravelly voice. It helps if that's your natural voice, because I destroy my vocal cords doing that for more than 5 minutes consecutively. So maybe it is his normal voice. Oh, he was in Dragon Age. He was in 007 Legends, which is not a video game I was aware existed. He's in Assassin's Creed. He's in a bunch of stuff. He does a lot of voice acting. And yet, somehow, still not a lot of stuff I reckon. He was in Total War Warhammer 3. Well, if there's anything I would recognize him in, I guess it might be... He's the mysterious stranger in Sea of Thieves! That's where I probably know him from. Like, yeah, if there's any voice on this list that I've heard a bunch of times, it's the mysterious stranger in Sea of Thieves. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, there's nothing else on this list that I'm like, I've played a bunch of. Right, well, mystery solved. Right, right, we've got, right, back. Right. No, I'm still not done with my settings because I haven't actually made this full screen. Can we try making it full screen? Well, yeah, that'll do. Yes? Yeah, perfect. Nailed it. Play the demo! Let's do it. Let's do a locomotive. Alright, chop chop. Let's begin, shall we? Gotta go get groceries. Okay, see you later, Puzzle Master, Puzzle Bread, Puzzle, whatever you may be these days. Puzzle dude. Thank you all for coming! You know me as the aging heiress of the walled barn empire. Let's be doing more feminine voice. She can get my posh lady voice. But there comes a day for everyone when you know your time is up. I've long desired to leave my legacy in good hands, and after much deliberation... Woo indeed. Looks like we're approaching a tunnel, Mom! Ugh, do hope it's one of mine. Ahem! After much deliberation... It is my desire that the untold world estate be passed over in its entirety to... Oh! Heavens above! Auntie, no! Wait! It may just be a flesh wound. Okay, I'd already liking this game. You're telling us that's how it happened, Arthur? This stinks, Bailey. It's got the unmistakable musk of guilt. Careful, Mont, we're dealing with a lawyer here. Arthur Ackerman, attorney at law. Listen, Arthur, you're accused of murdering your own client. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh wait, are we playing the lawyer? Okay. I thought we'd be playing a detective. It's a murder mystery. I thought we'd be playing a detective. Why are we playing a lawyer? Okay. My opinions on playing lawyers in detective games are I absolutely hated it in Ace Attorney. That's the one. I don't know, like Ace Attorney, like I kept seeing bits of people tiptoeing about it. It's a noteworthy franchise, and I played bits of I saw bits of Ace Attorney just pop up sort of generally in discourse and culture, and like eventually I was like, yeah, it seems like my kind of thing. Like it's Nintendo, like they're a big brand. They always put a lot of polish into their stuff. Like it's you know, it's a well-established thing. Like can't go too far wrong with the Nintendo thing. And it's sort of it's detective work. And I do love murder mystery type stuff. Like it's really my kind of jam. Like I probably should buy this. I bought the Ace Attorney 3-in-1 collection thing when it was on sale some months back, around Christmas time probably. Did not get on with it. To Ace Attorney, no. The problem is, I think I've watched too many Legal Eagle videos on YouTube, and I am sort of more familiar with the process of how trials work and how like examination and cross-examination and objections and everything. And like, it's so far removed from anything that makes sense in a courtroom that's like, what? If nothing else, why? Why is a lawyer going into the crime scene and doing the detective work? Like, it's not the lawyer's job to go and start rootling around in a crime scene looking for evidence. Like, that's not a lawyer's job. Like, if you're gonna do a detective game, you play a detective. You don't play the lawyer in a detective game. That's weirdly arse backwards, and like everything else just falls flat from that premise. And like, I'm gonna say it, did not get on with Ace Attorney, in spite of it being a game that sort of superficially on the surface should be my kind of thing. So, already a bit dubious about the fact that I'm having to answer here on the part of a lawyer in a murder mystery game. Oof. My hackles are up. I don't want to be Phoenix Wright. I want to be one of these two. I warn you, I'm an ugly crier. I believe I'm entitled to a phone call. I believe I'm entitled to a phone call. Don't you try and wriggle out of this one with your fancy lawyer talk. There you are, Mr. Ackerman. Kid, you blind? We're trying to create an atmosphere. Just thought I'd check if our guest needs anything. Our suspect, Jimmy, and we're in the middle of an interview. Oh, how exciting. Hope you land the job, Mr. Ackerman. I'm rooting for you. Perhaps I can get a coffee for our interviewee. No. Tea? Get out, kid. He seems nice. Ugh, that damn coffee boy has thrown off the whole vibe. It's not as simple as it looks, you know. Remember the exercises, Lamont? Exercises? I am confident. I have value. It was about to crack, I could feel it. It wasn't. Stay there, Arthur. Sure thing, I'll be right here when you get back. Right. Oh, nope, I am chained down. They have chained me to the chair with a manacle. Looks like I'm chained to the desk. What do they take me for? Common criminal? Click to move. You won't catch me incriminating myself, tiny machine. Yeah, this is already quite charming. This is like, I don't know, I expected murder mystery. I don't think I particularly expected comedy point-and-click adventure murder mystery. This is like murder mystery. If Monkey Island was a murder mystery, and like, I'm here for it. I am actually. So far, this has grabbed me. I like a nice murder mystery, but also a nice Monkey Island. Why the heck not? I guess sort of Monkey Island, but as more of a modern polish, more of a Thimbleweed Park kind of thing than a Monkey Island, I suppose. Not that I played Thimbleweed Park, but you know, sort of, that's where we're at. Point and click, but modern, right? Check out the list of suspects. There's a photo of me surrounded by a significant amount of red yarn. It's probably not a good sign. It's an article from Lamont and Bailey's first big case. Lumbering Flatfoot goes toe-to-toe with sole criminal. The petty thief at the shoe emporium was quickly brought to heel this morning by Lex Lamont and his partner Justice Bailey. Name's Justice. Talk about nominative determinism. Today's paper. Right. Print media still has its users. I was expecting to read it, not look at it, but things look bad, but I'm not rooting through the trash just yet. It's full of cigarette butts. I now regret never memorizing anyone's phone number. There's a shiny. Ooh. I bet those keys would unlock these shackles. Ooh, I got a thing. That's my inventory, I take it. Throw newspaper on keys. Nope. Okay, fine. Never mind. Lever. Uh-oh. Portrait of the late Lady Unterwald and I. Oh, desk fan. Could have unplugged it, my dude. Why is it still spinning? I guess it takes a while to spin down. It was still spinning after he unplugged it, but I guess it takes a moment. Ooh, there's a plaque. Third place run-up. Most Improved Policing Award. Better not. I don't want to draw any unwanted attention. Sounds like Bailey is preoccupied with Lamont. Oh, we have a lock on that blasted door. What else we got? A photo of a very large Lamont behind the wheel of a very small car. Looked like Lamont won an award. It's a level 3 in athletic prowess. Oh, documents. It's every bureaucrat's dream, a box full of neatly organized paperwork. Lamp. What's a lamp? It's a lamp used for interrogating suspects. I can still see the lights when I close my eyes. Books. It's a bunch of guidebooks on interrogation techniques. The Chaining Manual. Everything you need to know about restraining and retaining your suspects. Okay, well, I ain't got many. Combine them? Why the heck not? Nope, that is still running. That is actually still running. I made a hairdryer. Crudely constructed air funnel. Okay. That's stupid in absolutely an old school point and click game way, but also that was the sort of thing that was intensely frustrating about old school point and click games, which I'd hoped had sort of fallen by the wayside with modern sensibilities. Like, I mean, it's one thing to evoke the style, but also, like, don't learn from the mistakes of the past, my guys. Like, don't, like, repeat, don't do the stupid items thing again. Like, in this case, it was just like, I've got 2 items, I guess I'll combine them, but it's not hard to see that they're going, like, when I've got 20 items in my inventory, they're going to do this later. I was like, no, you need to combine the engine oil with the red herring to make a greased fish that allows you to surf to safety by sliding along a surface on a greasy fish. Like, you know, something ridiculous. Crude air funnel on the keys, there we go. Absolutely stupid, but why not? Okay. Umbrella. Use umbrella. On keys. The soap with the rope when you go to game prison. That's taken care of. But I still need to find a way out of here. Don't catch me incriminating myself, tiny machine. Okay, fine, whatever. Long way down, perhaps there's a dumpster that could break my fall. Drat, I think they're coming back. Okay, so for all that, didn't get to escape. Let's try this again, Arthur. Whole story from the top. Well, it began, as all good stories do, with a hard-boiled yet handsome detective. With a series of gratuitous establishing shots. An ambiguously European locale with a minor criminal offence. It's like gratuitously establishing shots. Chapter 1. The Late Lady Unterwald. It all started on the Laus Express. The night was still young. I felt like the world was my oyster. I hope those oysters don't come back to haunt me. Carriage directions. This way for dining carriage, casino carriage, lounge area. I love a good brochure, but I have other pressing matters to attend to. Hi. Is this the Dirk Chiselton hotline? Yes, I'll hold. Yes, detective, I have a case for you. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. It's quite a sensitive matter. Oh, one moment, please, detective. Somebody's eavesdropping. How best to describe them? An unusually small head with a wide frame. Sort of shaped like a bowling pin. Hey! Excuse me, this is a private conversation. I'm sorry. We'll keep listening. I think she's busy. He looks busy. I assure you, madame, there are no mice aboard. I'm telling you, I saw her scurry through a hole in the wall. My other statue. It's a very generous likeness of Lady Unterwald. There's not as many wrinkles as the real deal. I don't remember leaving my door open. Yeah, that should do it. Hello? Ah! Mr. Ackerman, I presume. I was just breaking and entering. On the contrary, my good man, I've been sent by our mutual benefactor. Lady Unterwald. No, of course. Hey, you come about the sink. It was like that when I got here. Oh, no need to be humbled, Mr. Ackerman. 'Tis I, Herman Merriman. Acclaimed novelist, detective extraordinaire. Surely you've read the stories of my cases. That went French. I was vaguely doing some sort of European-ish accent, but I guess I'm not a big reader of fiction, sorry. That was very French, though. Indeed. Ah, there's a letter addressed for you on the dresser. And the suit? I'm afraid it's a much-needed change of attire. Those were Lady Unterwald's words. Oh, what a strange man. Mysterious letter. I wonder what Lady Underworld has in store for me this time. Oh, I have to click the wax seal repeatedly. Dear Arthur, please report me at your earliest convenience. I have further amendments to make to my estate before the big announcement tonight. As you know, it's my desire for every passenger aboard the Reus Express to not only enjoy themselves, but depart with a tale worth telling. While the flashy suit provided can be seen as a symbolic gesture of excitement and adventure, it's also a very literal one. Get out of those drab clothes and have yourself a good time. That's an order. Yours sincerely, Lady Unterwald. Time to suit up. Looking snazzy. That was actually quite a good animation of him pulling the jacket on. I appreciated that. Neatly packed luggage. This baby can hold up to 1,500 case files. 1,550 if I only pack 2 pairs of socks. One of my only stipulations for traveling long distances. You gotta have access to a trusty typewriter. A stack of files regarding Lady Unterwald's estate. Each one needs checking over before receiving that sweet stamp of approval. I've got all the classics. The Art of Law. Letters of the Law. Even Coleslaw. Well, that one's just a recipe, a collection of recipes. No, I already... No. Peek inside the cupboard. I'll let maintenance handle the blockage. What's better than comfy slippers, a tall glass of milk, and an even taller stack of paperwork? Portrait of Lady Unterwald in every room. That's the Reus Express guarantee. Ah, all reliable. It's got me through many a jam. Okay. I think we've seen everything. Oh no, wait, open the drawers. What's in the drawers? No, I don't need to look at my undergarments right now. Okay, fine. It's room 306. Literally just says 5. 304. 303. Yeah, I'm getting the pattern here, I guess. Yeah. Politely knock. Hello? This way for kitchen carriage. Kitchen pantry. Service carriages. I don't think we need those. Gotta sort of weigh up the desire to look at everything and click on literally everything with actually finishing the demo at some point today. Hello! Hello. Arthur Ackerman at your service. Suzanne Goldschmidt. Can I help you, Arthur? We're gonna have some fun around here. What brings you aboard the Reus Express? You could call me a canary, I suppose. I'm the lead singer in the band. And yourself? I'm Lady Unterwald's estate attorney. So a paper pusher. It has its moments. Sometimes I get to use a rubber stamp. We're gonna have some fun around here. Do you think I'm that kind of girl? No, I mean, relax, I'm just messing with you. I'm under orders to have a good time. Any advice? If you ask me, there are simple pleasures in life we can all follow. Eat, drink, sleep. F. I'm not sure I like where this is going. There's no need to be such a square, Arthur. I take no issue with the square. Straight angles, all sides equal. Perfectly reliable for a shape. Reliability isn't interesting. I prefer to photography people a little more rounded. I'm interesting. I'm rounded. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's an old lady waiting for me. Really? Well, I'm not one to judge. Okay. I have to go. See you around, Arthur. Talk to the uncouth slob. Hello! Yeah, kid, I'll take another round of city juice. Oh, I don't work here. You actually chose to wear that getup? Well, not really. You see, there's this old lady who told me to put it on, and Well, let me stop you there. I don't think I want to know more. Besides, you're killing my vibe with that sweet patootie over there, you dig? Yeah. Look deep in conversation. And then I said to the dear boy, I'm certainly not eating it. Quite right. Hi. The name's Ron. Arthur. Can I help you, Arthur? Probably not, no. Fashionable woman. Diana Osterhagen. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Lovely to meet you, Miss Osterhagen. Well, there's not a large turnout for the big announcement tonight. Yes, I'm afraid Lady Unterwald is mostly estranged from her family. Is it because the personal lawyer keeps writing them out of the inheritance? Well, relax, I'm due to marry into this family. And I can tell you they're all absolutely mad. Listen, I know who you really are. Huh, what are you... Not here. Too many witnesses. Take this, and meet me at the rendezvous. Napkin? Is there something on my face? You're not in a position to ask questions. What did I get? There's nothing special about this at first glance. At second glance? Nope. It's the wax seal from the Underworld estate. Nah. Okay. Can we... Oh, I see. Agent mouse off the inventory. Use the mysterious napkin on... bartender. That doesn't work. Fine. Hello, barkeep. Good evening, sir. Before I serve you, do you have any identification? No, but my mustache is coming through any day now. There's no need to lie to yourself, sir. Fine. Can't talk to her. Lady Underworld, fine. Oh, are you nearly ready? I'm not getting any younger, dear. Alas, you cannot rush perfection. My apologies, am I interrupting? Not at all, Arthur. I'll be with you shortly. This should take but a moment. He's... Oh, tremendous. I see even Arthur made an appearance. He's fast and photorealistic. I capture every detail in the frame, madame, exactly as I see it. Well, I do wish you'd take some creative liberties, dear. We don't want anyone thinking I've got this many wrinkles. As you wish. We can attempt another portrait during my speech, if you like. Okay, well, that's definitely going to come up later, the fact that he's basically instantaneous at painting and photorealistic and captures things exactly as he sees them. Oh, I've just signed another amendment to my will. It's by the window. Well, of course, I'll keep it safe in the briefcase for now. You'll have to accept my apologies for all the cloak and dagger theatrics. I must confess, I'm a little nervous about the speech tonight. Mom? It's going to ruffle some feathers, but do you think any of them are cut out to take over the reins? Bickering sycophants. A lot of them. They're just waiting for me to kick the bucket, you know. Oh, it makes my blood boil just thinking about it. Would you be a dear and open the window? It's getting quite hot in here. I need some air. Sure. No, the documents! Eek. Whoops. Ah, that's better. I feel myself again. You might just be the most useful person here, Arthur. It's good to know I can rely on you. Now it's time to gather the family. This old lady's got a speech to make. Oh no. Oh, I knew I should have upgraded to the anti-gust model. How could I have been so irresponsible? A lot of guides and self-help books here. Yeah, it's the Model 3 Whisper Note with patented quiet tap technology. I'll just take a handful. Okay, sure, why not? There's a lot of bouquets here. I'm starting to think I should have brought a gift. I've never been painted before. It all happened so fast. I didn't know Lady Underworld played an instrument. Let's hope all these coats are made from faux fur. With everything? Ooh, rifle. The draw's stuck. If I wedge something in the gap, I might be able to pry it open. Okay. Hints. I ain't got anything wedgy. Oh, Will! It's caught on the window! Might still have time to grab it. Arthur, stop your dilly-dallying! Coming, Lady Underworld. Alright, chop chop, let's begin, shall we? Meanwhile... Are you sure you haven't just misplaced your room keys, sir? Misplaced? Must I remind you of who I am? Wait, is this the honest guy? I don't know. No, sir, you've been very clear. 'Tis I, Herman Merman. Surely... Oh, no. Surely you've read the stories of my cases. Herman Merman and the Murmuring German is the generic European, vaguely dude. Herman Merman and the Squirmin' Chairman. Sorry, sir, not a big reader. Not even Herman Merman and the Sermon of the Vermin? No, sir. Good heavens! My point being, I don't misplace things, I solve cases. That's excellent news, sir. I'm sure you'll have no problem with the case of the missing room keys. Well... yes, you're quite right. I smell a rat, and I'm going to sniff them out. If my name isn't... Herman Merman! Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a murder most foul. Mr. Ackerman. Yes. As the state lawyer, you are safekeeping the will and testament. You may hold the very key to revealing Lady Underworld's killer. Please hand over the will to me now. I don't have the will, but I can see it from here. I'm afraid I've lost the will. The will to go on? We're all grieving for Lady Underworld, Mr. Ackerman. But we must find the strength within ourselves. Nevertheless, I can't continue without it. I've been watching tonight's proceedings with a keen eye. Mark my words, this malicious malefactor, conniving culprit, wretched wrongdoer, will have nowhere to hide. We're approaching another tunnel! Oh dear. Well then, what now? Chapter 2, Habeas Corpus. Need to find out who killed Lady Underworld, or I could be the next one to vanish. Wait a second. Damn. Let's move towards the sleeper carriages. If I can get that will back, it might hold some answers. First things first, I should probably check Lady Underworld's quarters. But her quarters were at the front of the train? Yeah, let's not talk to literally everybody, because I, would like to actually... Yeah. Sorry sir, lounge and beyond strictly off limits for now. It's a killer on the loose. I'm the only one who had access to Lady Underworld's will. I could be next. No exceptions. Could you check Lady Underworld's quarters on my behalf? No, I can't step foot in there on account of my allergies. Allergies? Fragrance sensitivity, they call it. Room like that, filled with pungent perfume and all those fresh flowers. I'm not taking my chances. What would happen if you set off your allergies? Hughes petals on Guy. Yep. Oh, it's quite the sight to behold. I've been known to go beet red. Huh. That's why I need to seek immediate medical attention, of course. Oh. But I'd be fine. Would? Eventually. Yeah. Apparently mousing off the edge of the screen immediately pauses it. I'm leaving now, but I'll be back. I need to find a way to convince that guard to leave his post. What if I didn't pick these up? But, like, it's a good job that I did, but what if I didn't? I would miss this out. But... Pocket pedals! Shasha! No. Aww. I really thought that would work. They smell like roses. But that's what I need! I need to incapacitate the guard with my pocket pedals. Shasha! Oh. Why not? Do I have to, like, put the it's not that simple as I have to, like, probably put the petals into, like, the air ventilation systems or something stupid, right? What's behind the curtain? Scram, kid. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, sir. Hello. Hi there. Not having it. This way, for dining carriage, sleeper carriage, kitchen pantry, service carriages. Service carriages? I don't think it has ventilation, it's got ceiling fans. I think that's as close as you get to ventilation. I feel like the train kind of predates ventilation. What are you doing here? You're a health inspector? He looks like a health inspector. No, I'm an attorney. Zoot! That's even worse! La cuisine is off limits right now, avocat. We have important matters to attend to. Nothing an attorney would care about. That mouse! Little rat! The thief! Va-t'en, avocat! Okay, I'm going. Alright, now what? Return to my quarters. Nah. I don't think there's anything I need in here. Hello? Guess nobody's there. Hello? Nobody's home. Anyone in? Must have left. Hello? Nobody's home. Okay, fine. Twins, why not? Hi there. Hello. He was talking to me. Why would he talk to you? He was clearly talking to me. Well, I guess I was talking to both of you. Both of us? At once? How odd. We can resolve this. Tunnels or bridges? I'm sorry. Which do you prefer? It's very simple. What is it? I'm mostly thinking of Temtem here, but what is it with games and making twins incredibly annoying? Yeah, one of these guys said, I hope it's one of mine earlier in reference to a tunnel, so I'm guessing they're like both. Construction people. One builds bridges, one builds tunnels. Fine, bridges. Bridges are cool. Oh, like-minded bridge buff. Oh, he's a Pontus just like you. You're just jealous because you're stuck digging holes in dirt. Cool people build cool bridges. Elon Musk digs tunnels. And Elon Musk is a loser. Well, a bridge is just an oversized vanity project. They're a feat of engineering. So are tunnels. Not the ones you make. You spend half the budget on bridges to nowhere. Still better than your pitch black caverns. I'm gonna go now. Hello again. Monsieur, I've lost everything. I'm sorry for your loss. You must have been very close. She owed me so much money! I was going to get paid after this speech. Oh. What will you do now? No need to worry. To make art is to suffer. Are you in need of a speed painter? I need payment up front, of course. I can't afford to make that mistake again. I'll let you know if you need anything painted quickly. Thanks, out there. That seems like that's probably useful. And they actually begged me not to tell Lady Unterwald. Can you imagine? I'm going to talk to these guys at every opportunity just because I love doing that voice. You were important before Diana. Not here. There's too many witnesses. Meet me at the rendezvous later, once you're ready. Okay. They're filled with nondescript types of brown liquid. I'm not sure who'd drink these willingly. Me? Brown liquid's good. The quietest? No. Okay, maybe a bit, but you know. Tell me about the corking device. What's this? It's a recorker, so it reseals open bottles. Oh. Can I borrow it? No, I guess. Thanks. Well, I need that for, but sure. Lana hemstitch, mitered corners, 100% white linen. There's some high-end cocktail napkins. You should expect nothing less on the Reus Express. Ooh, crystal chandelier. I want to be the poor I want to be the poor sap who has to dust a moving chandelier. Well, I'm afraid the Reus Express has been slipping in stands for some time now. But to have vermin aboard the train if things really got so bad? I'm telling you, as big as a house cat. How revolting. Okay, fine. Good evening, hon. Do you have any winnings? Oh, I'm not the gambling type. Bring any chips to me and I'll convert them into cash for you. Cheating strictly prohibited. There is to be no card counting, money laundering, cheating the system, winning too frequently, exploitation of everyday items and or natural phenomena. Rule breakers will find themselves immediately ejected from the premises. Ejected? Oh yes, hon, they go straight out the window. Still Lady Underworld's attorney. Me through. Sorry, sir. So no exceptions. Pretty please. I have a ladder. This all looks to be in order. So I can go in? Afraid not, sir. Underworld has passed on after all. Pretty please. With chair on top? Alright, go ahead. Really? Nope. Nobody's getting past me as long as I'm standing here. I have a thing that can incapacitate you. I need to find a way to convince the guard to leave his post. I don't know what I haven't interacted with at this point, actually. Ron, I guess? Hi. Can I help you, Arthur? Probably not, no. Ron? Ron? There's just like a... Hang on. There's just a character just kind of hanging out that's just kind of mostly set dressing that really doesn't have anything to do with the game, and he's called Ron. I have no idea what Ron Gilbert looks like, but... It's got me wondering now. I think that might be a bit of a nod to Ron Gilbert. Oh. Oh, there's a hint. Hey, over here. Name's Donola, kid. Most people call me Don or Donnie. You get my gist? Actually, you could be useful. Make this note and give it to the dame behind me, will you? Oh, I would have given him an Italian accent if I'd known earlier. Give it to the dame. What is it? It's a proposal of sorts, requesting both makes tracks to my suite. You get my drift? Right, don't like the sound of that. Why is it so damp? You don't squat about wooing a dame? Gross. Okay. Have a soggy paper. I've been asked to give you this. Is this from the twit? This is from the twit that's been making eyes at me all evening. I don't want anything from that goon. It's scented, at least. You're right, it stinks of desperation. You can tell him I'd sooner jump out of this carriage window with that rendezvous than rendezvous with that rotten egg. At least I got a scent to work with now. Okay, I'll let him know. Whoop. We have scrolled off of the screen. There we go. You deliver my proposal yet, kid? Well, atta boy. You just watch and learn now. So, Dollface, how about it? Alright, love letters for every broad I see, you know. You should be grateful. In that case, allow me to show you my gratitude. You see, kid, it's that easy. Ah! See you around, Arthur. He dropped a thing. A key-looking thing. Ah, unrequited love. Don dropped his keys in the commotion. I really should return them to him. Right, well I got a scented thing, so I can get into the thing now. But also, I mean, we are past 10. I should probably consider trying to conclude this and play probably one last thing, given the way these things have been going so far. What happened to short demos? People make long demos these days, gotta be said. Like, none of these, I've not finished any of these demos. Time was demo was short. All these demos are well over an hour long. Looks like you have a secret admirer. Secret admirer? Let me take a look at that. This is explicit, I know. And the scent. It's so alluring. Wait, this note is perfumed? I believe so. Are you alright? Are you listening? I'm terribly allergic to fragrance. You've gone beet red. I have. I need to find the doctor right away. Don't go in there while I'm gone, Mr. Ackerman. I wouldn't dream of it. This note is a potential biohazard. Wouldn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. Missed the days where demos were just the full game with locked off segments. What? I don't know about those. Demos? What? I've never heard of that before. Who would want to kill Lady Underworld? I should look around for clues. Right. I should...
Welcome aboard the Royce Express, where my guests indulge in luxury travel, fine dining,
Royce was pronounced
and...
Royce. Royce Express.
Well then, who's at hand to catch my killer? There's my trusty lawyer, a would-be detective, and Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's just one problem. They're the suspects. With puzzles to solve, palms to grease, and clues to uncover. They'd better prove their innocence fast, or it's the end of the line. In an
you just played
adventure
all
that's
three
not
characters.
just
Interesting.
nuts. It's locomotive.
Oh, fair enough. Fair play. Yeah, we didn't really, get to find out what Diana's deal was, and Herman Merman we only briefly met. I thought he was just more of a side character. Yeah, that's interesting. That's... Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, I mean, I'm intrigued. It's not the most compelling game I've played of the day so far, but it's definitely caught my interest. If I can't say it hasn't. Wild Arms, for example, was the full game. You can glitch around it to play the full game. Yeah, that's it. This is the thing. If you're going to tell me there are demos where they've just locked off segments, I'm like, well, suddenly that sounds like all it takes is one enterprising hacker to sort of change a bit of the thing that removes the restrictions, and suddenly that you have the full game, right? It seems like a error in judgment on your demo creation sort of side of things. I guess it's probably easier to just give people the full game and just like lock off a bit of it from a demo production perspective. Now you got me thinking about like good demos, and there's. Man, I'm going to be real hard-pressed to think what... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Valhalla. Valhalla's demo was the prologue to the game. That was it. Yeah, the demo was just, like, Chapter 0. It was, like, the first 3 days before the game starts. I'm sure there's other... To be fair, I do think there are other games that have done that. I think there are other games that are like, here's a bit of the game, it's the demo, but also it's completely standalone. Stanley Parable's demo was an entirely standalone thing. And also, with that in mind, I really need to play the remastered version of Stanley Parable. Because I gather it's, as one would entirely expect, completely different. Like, just not even remotely the same game. Trend of Preludes being demos was awesome. What was Final Fantasy VIII's demo then? Because I don't know about that. That would have been... That would have been the... Final Fantasy VIII would have been during an era when demos came on discs that came with, like, gaming magazines, right? Like, you would get a demo disc. They don't make demo discs anymore. They don't make discs anymore, but, you know... Going to play the remastered Stanley Parable, but it's pricey. Yeah, I think that was actually probably the turn off for me as well. Actually thinking about it, no, I stopped to like give it some consideration. I think it was one of those things where I was like, oh yeah, remastered version of Stanley Parable. I bet that's good. And I'm like, oh okay, ooh, it has a price tag, huh? Right, we are done with this. I should probably finish up Locomotive here and think about what I'm doing next. I also note that after doing all those voices, my voice is going a little bit as well, so I probably definitely do need to make this the last one. Can I pick something where I don't have to do all the voice acting? I really liked Harmony. I didn't have to do all the voice acting, and I don't have to talk like this. I am putting that on, but I don't sound much worse than that. Or much better than that, even. Final Fantasy VIII's demo was a major encapsulated mission, basically the qualifying mission for graduate. I haven't played Final Fantasy VIII, so, like, I don't have a lot of context for it. My numbered Final Fantasy experience is half of 9 and all of 13, and if you really want to count it, like the first 5 to 10 levels of 14. $25 for it. Yeah. I mean, on the one hand, it probably is worth it, but also for anything with for an indie game with remastered in the name, $25 feels like a lot, you know? I guess you know, because, like, that's kind of the point here. Yeah. I don't know if it's on my wish list, so I don't know if I would actually know if it went on sale, and I should probably keep an eye on that sort of thing. Final Fantasy VIII would have been good if not for the leveling system. Actually, I played a bit of 12, but more recently. I got 12 on Switch. I don't know, like I love the idea of. I hesitate to call them JRPGs. That's become a contentious term in recent days. Japanese developers don't like the term JRPG. It's been used in a sort of derogatory and pejorative sort of way historically. They don't see them as JRPGs, they just see them as RPGs. They just happen to be made in Japan. But yeah, Japanese developed RPGs, let's go with that, fine. I don't know, like that sort of style of game feels like a big commitment, and I never managed to find the time to play games which are a big commitment these days, so I would love to one day finish Final Fantasy IX. I remember enjoying the first half of Final Fantasy IX that I played when I was younger. Final Fantasy 12 is kind of alright. Final Fantasy 13 I didn't hate and wouldn't mind playing the 2 sequels to 13 someday. But like every single one of those feels like just a mission. I don't know. Maybe if society could stop collapsing to the point where everybody needs to have 5 side hustles, I could stop trying to monetize my hobbies, failing, but, you know, still trying, and I could just enjoy culture rather than trying to sort of make videos and podcasts about them. And then I could just be like, you know what, I fancy playing a JRPG tonight. Or Japanese RPG. A Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy franchise is part of a series I'm working on where I ruined my childhood. Okay. Enemies level with you. Oh, okay. Interesting. Fair enough. Right. Right, I need to pick one last game. I've got 1000x resist, 1000 times resist. That's sort of interest to me. Although I did see, like, yeah, I even saw a fellow traveler retweeted somebody who was like, oh, it's mostly narrative, there's not much of a game to it, so don't know. Am I just going to be reading a visual novel if I do that? I kind of want something with a little bit of meat to it in terms of gameplay for a last game. I've been doing a lot of voices, and I want to pick something that's just got some gameplay and not just, like, me trying to think up 20 voices on the spot. Going to try and play every formative game for me. Ooh, formative games. That's a fun question. What are formative games? I'd have to include Sonic the Hedgehog being, as it was, my first ever video game. Banjo-Kazooie is like a major, major, major part of my video gaming life. Like, you'd have to include that. There was a point where I was sort of replaying that via emulators every few years and still loving it every single time. It still holds up. I genuinely believe Banjo-Kazooie holds up as well today as it ever did. I think it's one of those things that if you like the genre, it holds up. If you don't like the genre, like, well, what are you doing playing it? But some people don't think it holds up. I genuinely think it does. Absolute tangent as hell. Grant Kirkhope remixed, I guess, the entire Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack and put it out for free last year on Spotify, and you can just listen to it, and it is rad. And I don't know if it was just me, but at least in part me managed to convince them to do a second run of it on vinyl because I missed the first printing, and I pestered them on Twitter, and they were like, oh, maybe we'll do another one. And then they did, and I ordered it, and at some point this year I will get that album on vinyl, and it is such a good album. It goes so hard. I love the Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack. That's formative. Genesis was your third system. You're not that much older than me. Come on. I know you're older, but, like, not markedly. I've just spotted I have a Yo Gabba Gabba. He messaged me 10 minutes ago. Right, I am going to... What am I going to do? You're turning 40 this month. Okay, so, like, yeah, less than 5 years older than me. Actually, no actual offense intended. I actually had a notion you were... I thought you were already 40. I thought you were, like, 40-ish. I knew you were 40-ish, but I thought you were... actually like 40. I didn't think you were, so you're a little younger than I actually had in my head. Actually, somewhere along the line I'd got that you're a bit older than that. So you are genuinely, I will turn 36 this year, in like less than half a year at this point, I suppose. So you're less than 5 years older than me. There weren't 2 entire console generations in the 4 years before I was born, so I don't think. How are we counting console generations? I don't know, it was before my time. Right. I'm going to freshen up my drink and BRB like a couple of minutes. NES, Atari, Genesis. Okay, right. Oh, it's yeah. You literally said the console thing. Okay. Atari would have been which console generation would Atari have been considered? I'm not familiar. I'm very familiar with the Atari. That would have fallen? NES is obviously the generation before the Genesis because the SNES was equivalent to the Genesis in terms of console generations. I'm not sure where Atari would have fallen. You started gaming before you started school. Okay, I didn't. I was at school before I started gaming. I think I started gaming when I was 6, maybe 7. Not sure. All my dad's fault. Like, he suggested I go halvesies with my younger brother on buying a Mega Drive / Genesis. And we did. And it's all been downhill from there. And now I'm here. If that hadn't happened, I would never have played a video game. That's not true. That's definitely not true. NES and Genesis were third. NES and Genesis are the same gen. No, that's not right. Is it? NES and Master System were the same console generation. SNES and Genesis were the same generation, right? Because then after that, after the SNES, you then get to N64, which is a definite next generation above the Genesis, because that would have been equivalent to Sega Saturn, I suppose, at that stage. Yeah? Okay, cool. Good. You had me thinking I was going crazy for a moment, because whenever someone says that, I'm like, I am very keen to doubt myself as well. When someone says, "Oh, no, this is it," I'm like, wait, am I an idiot? Have I been like arrogantly proclaiming things wrong all these years? NES and Master was third, SNES Genesis was fourth. That's what I thought. Yes, thank you. Cool. Good. Right. BRB, gonna actually do that BRB. Gonna go relieve myself and grab a fresh drink, and then I think I'm going to play. I don't know. You know what? Shout out a thing, and if I've got it installed, I'll play it. Like I'll take some feedback from the room. Right, I am back. I don't think I ever joined the voice chat. Yeah, there we go. Can do it now. If anybody cares. Just a thing. I'm just noting that Gablin just messaged me, was like, how's the stream going? So, like, I don't know. It's there for people to hop in if you want to hang out. Mildly intrigued by Cryptmaster, but not the kind of game you're looking for. I have a weird spot for strange controls and such. Cryptmaster. I did not install that one. I didn't really look into it. I just saw the logo being a big black and white skull, and I don't know. Like, didn't really catch my attention enough to look into it. Say anything in this bizarre dungeon adventure where words control everything, fill in the blanks with text or voice to uncover lost abilities, solve strange quests, play unexpected minigames, use your words to conquer the crypt and unleash a whole new kind of spell casting. It's spell casting. Okay. I mean, I'm not sold on the aesthetic too much. Like, I don't know what they're going for with that. It's like Obra Dinn, but not as good. Sorry. But like as a concept, I'm open to something weird and different, and like Gothic Scribblenauts. That's a very good description. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, Scribblenauts kind of devolved very quickly into just a few things worked really well at solving many puzzles, and you could just like force your way through everything by just like summoning Cthulhu or whatever. But yeah, okay. It's certainly an interesting idea, sure. Demon School looks more interesting for normal-ish games. I actually didn't install that one. Tactics RPG? Oh, I should have installed that. I like Tactics RPGs. Oh, I didn't realise. Yeah, you know what? I don't know, like, it sounded almost like really blandly generic. I was like, Demon School. Yeah, it wasn't a name that caught my eye. But now that I'm looking at it, like, it's a really good looking game and it sounds really interesting, and I like Tactics RPG. God damn it! Yeah, no, that actually probably would have been a me game. Yeah. Haven't got to do any demos during LudoNarraCon. I wanted to do a lot more than I have done, and like just life a little bit got in the way, really. I mean, I could have done some yesterday, but like, local bus services started running like on bank holidays and weekends, like a special service that just goes out to the middle of nowhere, which, like, for somebody who really enjoys hiking like me, I was like, that's really good and hard opportunity to pass up. I'm just like, okay, for £2 I can just go to like the middle of nowhere and spend 5 hours wandering around like hills and forests and things, and like, yeah, no, that's a pretty nice way to spend a Sunday, and I am going to take that opportunity, frankly. Right, so I have got... There's Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Coffee Talk's going to be... I want to play it, but it's going to be a lot of voice acting. So it's Stray Gods, probably. Mythwrecked seemed pretty interesting. It's Greek mythology. Probably a lot of voice acting. I think everything's going to be a lot of voice acting. I think I'm just going to have to suck it up, aren't I? Do Not Feed the Monkeys might not be so much, because there's a new the update, second sequel, I guess, to Do Not Feed the Monkeys. It's probably lesser. It's probably more gamey. I'm going to do 1,000 Times Resist, just because I keep seeing it. It's something I want to take a look at, and I'm squandering all my time waffling about what I want to look at. So pick a thing and look at it and never look back. Right, cool. Stray Gods, weirdly an email you passed over. I don't recall getting an email about that one personally, so... Oh, this one's a Flow Traveler one as well, okay. Of course it is, yes, I know it is. Why would I act surprised about that? I know full well it is. Settings... Audio always wants to be down here somewhere. It has voices. Okay, that means maybe I can shut up and let professionals do it instead of me.
There's an S with a pattern we are threading.
That's so quiet. Hey, you can change the options during a cutscene. That's something you get a lot of. Let's bring the music down to a sensible level. That seems about right. I'll probably bring sound effects down to something similar. But I want voices. Oh, test sound effects and test loud sound effects. Okay, that's fun. That's a neat little detail on the options menu. That's about right. Ooh. Yeah, fair enough, okay.
There's a nearness and its gravity is echoing. Sister, what are you doing out here? You mustn't interrupt the incantation. You know, this is Mother's time. What is it that cannot wait?
Click on a response from the wheel to select it. Red to blue, 6 to orange, hair to hair. Those mean nothing to me! What the heck am I selecting? Stray Gods was a game that looked interesting to you but wouldn't have gone over well on your channel. Okay. I've long since gone past the point of trying to find things that go over well on my channel, because I don't think things go over well on my channel. I think things go well for me based on the YouTube search algorithm. Like, I mean, obviously your channel's wildly different and very specific and a whole different beast to mine, but like, my videos succeed or fail based on the algorithm and not based on what my subscribers want, because to this date, what my subscribers want is Spiral Knights content, and I cannot give them that. So, yeah, I'm reliant on the algorithm. Hair to hair.
Hair to hair, Mother. I really am just like you. You stole our immunity. You condemned us to this life. Why do you get to choose who lives and who dies?
Okay. No context for any of that, so it feels like it's supposed to be very impactful, but also I feel like you need the context, so let's do 6 months earlier and get some context. Been doing the same fighting with Diablo 2. Yeah, I think that's the same for anybody who ever ties themselves to any one video game. Like, as a fledgling channel starting out 9 years ago, when I first dipped a toe into Spiral Knights, I was like, hey, I found a thing that works for me. Great, I'll stick with this. 3 years later, I was like, oh boy, Can I be allowed to play a different video game now, please? The struggle is real.
Watcher, can you hear me?
I can.
You made it through. How do you feel?
Head hurts.
Try to focus. Today is the day you finally enact your function.
I'm ready to serve.
I see your resolve, Watcher. But be warned, communions can be disorienting. These memories belong to her, and in here, you will not be yourself. Others will see you as the All-Mother.
Nowhere said people used to have names.
It's true. These names were opaque keywords, a relic from a different time. The All-Mother's name was Iris.
Iris.
Watcher, I want you to find me in the gymnasium.
The old animation budget was pretty light on this game, huh? Like, they have the occasional things, and then, like, anytime anyone's talking, it's just, like, a very, very light movement as an animation cycle. Ooh, boy. I basically get a bit salty when I see other channels that get 10 times the views and obviously didn't play more than an hour of the game. Yeah. I got that with a bunch where, like, there were a few people back in the day that really annoyed me with Spiral Knights, because they were sizable channels that did fairly well, and they were like, I'm going to play this MMO. Hey everybody, look at this weird little niche MMO no one's ever heard of, and would just get like 100,000 views on their video, and I'm like, oh, you absolute utter bastard. Like, you just like, I'm playing this MMO for the first time. I don't know how to play this game. Look at me playing this new MMO. It's like, I hate you so much. Yep. This is the life we chose. This is the world we live in. Great. It's so good.
It is a gathering place for recreation, north of where you are.
Understood.
Perform your function faithfully, and one day, you will behold her.
I will be meticulous.
Hair to hair.
Hair to hair, sister. See you on the other side.
That's the thing I said. I remember the thing I said.
Grace to the All-Mother.
Grace to the All-Mother.
Whilst it's to move, control to walk slowly. Is there a reason I would want to walk slowly?
What are these functions?
These are names, Watcher. Unique strings assigned to people, animals, and objects of affection. They're irrespective of function.
Curious.
Names are obsolete in the future.
This device is operational.
A primitive machine. I believe this one belonged to the All-Mother.
These are her voice recordings?
Sure. 2046.
I'm having a bad allergic reaction to the medication. It gives me a headache and makes me bleed at all the wrong times of the month. The flood is lasting a lot longer this season. I'm cutting my own bangs in the bathtub again. It's 2 a.m. and I'm eating lapchung cold from the fridge. I tried dancing in front of the mirror to see what I look like from behind. Hard to tell. Guanine, adenine, thymine, cytosine. Gua, ad, thi, psi. Gua, ad, thi, psi. A single chromosome has anywhere between 50 million and 250 million base pairs. Spent all of Block B online shopping for a new personality. Free shipping. Maybe to arrive just in time for the dance.
I've never heard her voice before.
That's what people did back when they had smartphones. Just record audio logs of themselves all the time, right? What is a TikTok but an audio log anyway?
Secretary, what is this?
A combination lock for the safekeeping and securing of student possessions.
Such as? Please, be more specific.
Learning squares, studying cubes, powders and minerals for beautification and personal items of sentimental value.
How does it work?
A password, made of numbers and directional choreography.
There must have been rampant theft.
Either that, or rampant distrust.
I feel sorry for them.
Nope. That's where we came from.
Watcher, there's someone up ahead.
You were a student here. It looks like it was a nice school. It all seems like an eternity ago, doesn't it? The world has changed, but you look like you haven't aged a day. You're a natural, Iris.
Who are you? Good way to take notes, but I record myself. Yeah, well, you're right. Writing notes down is, I guess, one thing, but like, yeah, the audio log. This just seems like a weirdly sort of contrived way to be like, here, audio logs in the game. Like, it's a smartphone. It's an oldie-fashioned technology that people used 20 years ago. Oh, yeah, people kept audio logs. I'm like, nobody keeps audio logs. Like, it's not a thing people do. It's like any video, any audio logs are like, okay, they're like, as a storytelling mechanic, like, they're okay, actually. I don't much care for audio logs. Like, audio logs, maybe they're okay for a lot of people. I'm not able to focus on them. And if that's an ADHD kind of thing, probably is. But, like, if an audio log starts playing, I either have to pause the game or stand where I am and listen to the audio log and not do anything so that I can take in the audio log, or I carry on playing and let the audio log play in the background, but I will absorb absolutely nothing that the audio log is saying because I'm playing the game and that's the primary focus of my attention. I don't take in the audio log. So I don't like audio logs as a thing, really. Yeah. I think I was going somewhere with that, but like in this, like, they're kind of like, oh, it's an. I think it's just the sort of that ludonarrative dissonance, if that's a decent way of describing it, is that, like, because it's in here, you've got like, oh, it's a smartphone, it's an old technology people used to record themselves. Okay, fine. Most games like there's a really contrived. It feels weird, like Horizon Zero Dawn, Bioshock. Like, why were people stopping and like speaking into a dictaphone to put themselves on a cassette that would then be left around for like someone to find in the future? And like, this makes no sense. This is just silly. Like, just absolutely, there's no actual good narrative reason for this to exist. At least here they've kind of sort of tried to explain it, which I can kind of allow in that sense, but like Bioshock is like, yeah, there's just audio tapes playing around in tape players of people who had recorded their idle day-to-day thoughts of life in life under the sea. I was like, no. Just no. Like, yes, from a world-building exercise, no, from a ludonarrative dissonance perspective, really. It'd be less removing me from the game if it was security footage rather than an audio log. I'm not sure I follow, if I'm honest. Anyway, who are
I'm
you?
just a grunt. Why else would he bring me along? I'm here to protect you. I'm disposable.
When is this?
Lost track of time already. What does time feel like to you? Do we all look like we're moving slowly? How does it feel to know you're going to outlive us all?
What are you doing here?
This was your idea. I don't know how you convinced him. Honestly, I don't want to know. It all seems like an eternity.
Okay. Tab. Can I rebind? I would very much like to rebind that. No. Okay, well, it's the second time today I now need to be like really considering repairing or replacing a keyboard. I genuinely prefer the repair option, but I've never gone so far as to looking into mechanical keyboard repair. Like, I got a really nice, quite expensive keyboard years ago, spilled a drink over it, fried a bunch of circuitry in it, and never replaced it, and like just kept using other sort of freebie keyboards from various places for years, until I've got to a point where like all of my keyboards are at least semi-fried. Tab key still doesn't work. No, I haven't replaced it. I haven't repaired it. Like, it's not going to suddenly miraculously start working. The tab key does not work for me. No. I do like a good key rebinding so I can fix that, but nope. Yeah, I need to get my really nice mechanical keyboard back up and running. I need to look into somebody who can do that for me, because I sure as heck don't know how to fix a mechanical keyboard, and I'm not really terribly inclined to try and learn either. I'd rather just have somebody who knows what they're doing just like bust out the soldering iron and sort it. Go away. That's not very nice.
Iris, come on. You can tell me. Why did you really want to come back here? Is this about that girl you draw all the time?
I don't have any answers.
Do you remember when I was young? I used to have a crush on you. Now here we are. I look older than you. You may be frozen in time, but your eyes have dimmed. Please don't do anything you'll regret.
What's in here? First aid kit.
What is this metal square?
An assortment of materials and tools used for giving emergency treatment to a sick or injured person. Tools included gloves, safety goggles, gauze, assorted bandages, shears, medical tape, masks.
So this is a kit for healing?
Precisely.
Rather small for such an important function, don't you think?
I concur. Foolish, if you ask me.
A bed in the corner. The sheets smell rancid. You squint, you notice a discolored imprint of a figure. A small torso with arms and legs. This is where a boy student lay, the first to exhibit symptoms. He must have mistook the tears for sadness. He must have quickly run out of beds. Yeesh, something went down, apparently.
Iris, you can play the piano, right? Why don't you ever play for us? You and your clones should start a band. Iris and Iris and Iris. How's that for a name? The Iris 50. There's definitely enough of you. You'll be the last act on Earth, so who cares if you're good?
I already have a function.
Mimi really has you wrapped around her finger, doesn't she?
Mimi?
Oh, don't play dumb. It's an open secret.
So far, it just feels like they're really, I don't know, like they're trying to tell an entire story entirely through some slightly vague world building. Like, there's no explicit narrative here. It's just like lots of people alluding to things, and we sort of vaguely have to piecemeal figure out what's going on. It's like Obra Dinn if Obra Dinn didn't have an actual story. Phoebe, Hussein, Christine, Kodai, Natalie, Laura.
Secretary, what is this?
Bodies, presumably.
In the ground. But why?
It is common for people of this time to bury their dead.
And not incinerate?
Correct.
It must have been laborious.
Can you imagine burying a dead body? How weird.
I remember seeing a picture of this gym in the news. There was some sort of school event, correct? I couldn't believe it when I first read it. Everyone got sick. Everyone but you.
The All-Mother is blessed.
Speaking in the third person again. With each passing day, your condition seems more and more like a curse. There will be no easy way out for you, Iris. No relief. Think of me, will you? 1,000 years from now, when your only hope is a scalpel of your own.
I fear this may be something to do with the developers more than anything else, and what talents they had available to them. Very Irish. Everyone in this, what I would say is otherwise a fairly Japanese-looking school, has got a very strong Irish accent. Every friend group says they should start a band. So, hey Gablin, I'm in chat. If either of you want to join chat, I am like, yeah, feel free. As long as it's not a Robot Band band. Robot Band Ball has a name and he is my child. Okay. A book. What is a book? I've never seen a book before. Page is dissolving hands.
Based on my knowledge of high school memorabilia, this appears to be a yearbook. A collection of visual and textual details about every individual that was enrolled at this establishment.
For what purpose?
My rubber band ball's name is Siegvard.
Hey, man. Hey, Siegvard.
No, he's downstairs.
Oh, okay. Well, say hi to Siegvard for me.
I used to keep him on my desk, but he is huge. So, like, I can't keep him on the desk. He weighs more than my dog, and my dog weighs 9 kilos.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah, I did thinking about it the other day, and I realized over the course of like the multiple years that I've been making him, I've spent over £100 on rubber bands.
Oof. Okay. Does it actually show anything when we play with that button in chat, or is it just us chatters? What do you mean? Which button in chat? What? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't see a button.
No, I'm not sure which button he's talking about. There's
like pop out the video button that like makes the screen pop out so you can put it anywhere.
That'll just be a you thing, surely. Oh, what I do note is I've suddenly found the button in Discord that's got the soundboard function, which I need to find a way to make that work for podcasts, because I feel like that could be useful.
Just have all 100 of my different Moorman in the morning impressions just on at any point. You can just start spamming them.
I was thinking more like really annoying clips of things like Millhouse saying, "Remember Alf, he's back in Pog form."
He's back in Pog form.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Each face is different.
This is how it used to go.
Well, that seems unnecessary.
Remember Alf. I actually don't remember Alf. Alf is one of the few.
No, my only cultural connection to Alf is Millhouse and that quote.
I've seen some of the stuff that he was in like since, but it wasn't something that was around when I was a kid.
Yeah, like I'm aware of him, but I've only become aware of him since watching The Simpsons.
I was really expecting you to say, "Become him." I became Alf.
I became Alf. No.
I mean, deep down, aren't we all Alf?
Kind of feels like the ones you draw back home.
It doesn't make any sense. But I said it. I'm okay with it, you know. It's like sometimes you just gotta say what's in your heart, and my heart speaks Alf.
Douglas, what if an occupant appears?
The surface is dangerous.
Alf did
Return
eat cats.
immediately.
What? Alf ate
Yeah, he did.
cats. Alf
Yeah, his
sucks.
favorite food-
Screw Alf. Alf's cancelled.
His favorite food was a cat.
Are you making fun of me, Iris?
Making fun? No.
I think I don't know if it was like a
Alex
fan made
easy
thing,
and
but I'm
secret
fairly
from
certain
his
they did
wife.
make the puppet
Do you
in a way that
understand
you
me?
could
Okay.
like he could pick up a cat and eat it. Like he'd put it in his mouth, obviously it'd come out the other end of the puppet, but
Beware of bird. Okay. Game's got interesting. There's a bird to beware of now.
beware of Alf.
Where's the bird? Is there a bird? Is that a bird? Oh, Pigeon Prime. That is a bird.
Pigeon Prime.
Okay, suddenly this game just knocked up a whole bunch of notches. Now we have a Pigeon Prime.
Prime.
What is this?
This must be an adult pigeon.
Prime.
Life is disgusting.
I swear I bought that Transformer
Hello,
as a
young
kid.
one.
I actually didn't, but I did have
Hello,
Optimus
human.
Primate. Like the
Hound
fucking
star.
hell, that's a huge pigeon.
Yeah, man.
A human cared for me once.
You remember her?
That is
Of
so
course.
weird.
How could I
Why?
forget?
What is happening in this
Ida-
game? Like why?
Don't know. It's not explained
so
anything.
generous.
I'm so lost. And actually,
How
really
long have you been playing it?
long enough. Long enough that I'd like some context for what I'm doing, and it's just not giving me anything. It's really... I already described it as like it's trying to storytell entirely through the medium of world building and like just giving you absolutely no direct like narrative. It's just like, oh, look at this thing. This is a relic from a past era. You won't remember this. Here's a smartphone. People used to use these. Oh, this is a book. This is an outdated technology. Oh, a first aid kit. This is what people used to heal people when they're sick. And I'm like, oh,
It's weird
give
to
me a
consider it
story!
technology. Well, I mean, it's a demo, so maybe it's just, you know, the
Charming.
yeah, that like
I mean, thus far, that's more coherent story than the game's given me.
I mean, maybe it is just the world building without the gameplay elements, although that's not the greatest way to get people to want to.
No, I think this
play
is
a
it.
game.
I don't think it's just wander around and poke at things. I don't think that is.
Wait,
the
did the
game.
pigeon speak?
Yeah, I'm talking to the pigeon.
May I ask you something?
That's so
human?
weird.
What is violet, emerald?
Well, I just beat
and
up my
pewter?
rival. I'm playing Crusader Kings again.
What is violet?
They are your colors.
I see.
Is it-
What are
what is
colors?
violet? What is violence?
Violet color.
Ah.
Different
I mean, you're
kinds
wearing
of
it.
light?
I
Oh,
understand.
my
now.
counselor died. That sucks.
Violet, emerald, and pewter.
Disappeared without a trace.
These are human names for light. Her colors were.
Oh, he was a really good steward as well.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
we live on for her.
Oh, they're a better steward.
This game is not going to explain the pigeon, is it? In any way, shape, or form.
No, why would it?
No, it didn't! It didn't explain the pigeon! Why is there a giant pigeon? Oh my god! I thought this game would be interesting, and I'm really just frustrated at it because it's just like doing weird things and not explaining any of it.
So has there been any gameplay other than walking around?
There was a anime-ass cutscene at the start with
Sold!
relatively light on the whole animation front. As two characters stood talking to each other, one of them stabbed the other. That was the full extent of the actual animation you got.
There's a lot of dirt on the floor. Is that made by the pigeon, you think?
It
looks like blood.
Yeah, I think the pigeons...
Did the pigeon ate people?
Maybe. It seems possible.
Someone said,
artifact.
Eat up. Did she say she was so generous?
Maybe. I don't know.
It appears
maybe the
this is
pigeon
where
ate
nourishment is
something
ingested,
and got released.
digested, and discharged.
A half-hollow sphere for holding.
It sort of unnerves
In the
me that the
past,
pigeon's head
humans
doesn't
regularly
track you,
consumed
but then I
small
feel like
animals.
that would be more unnerving.
Also,
A strange artifact. It's a ball.
Yes.
Ball.
Gross.
In the future, humans have evolved beyond the need for eating.
Consuming
Are you the only human?
There's other guys standing around. We're like some special
Or I
human.
couldn't tell if they were like robots or like synthetics or something.
So the minimal world building that I've been able to glean, there's some sort of horrifying pandemic that started in a school somewhere, something to do with like crying, but they thought it was
Pandemic,
just people
you say?
being sad, and actually it was part of the symptoms. And our character here is the only person who is immune to that disease. There's something about clones. We have lots of clones of us. We also don't age, apparently. Everybody else is aging faster than us. Like, there's someone who's like, I used to be younger than you, now I look older. This is, I think, the entirety of the extent of the story that I know at this point. And also Giant Pigeon exists. And I can't show my task list because it doesn't have key rebindings.
Sorry, I was blowing my nose. I think it'd be funny if it turns out you went like the wrong direction at the beginning of the game, and have just been talking to loads of people essentially without context. And you were supposed to go. You were like supposed to go a different direction and start like the quest.
So badly?
Shit.
I don't know.
Look, a promise is a promise.
I don't.
Just stay out of the way until it's clear. We can't risk you getting hurt in any way.
I don't know.
Maybe we should return after visiting the gymnasium.
Is that a hint? Should I go to the gymnasium? Where's the gymnasium? That's a giant cross.
A relic of their worship, sometimes worn close to the body.
They worship the All-Mother as well.
A father.
It's
A
such a
father?
weird game.
A father written into scripture.
Was
It's got
this
great
God as
like
benevolent?
visual atmosphere.
great
I
as
can't
her?
speak for anything else because I have it muted, obviously.
What are you in here for? Atmosphere.
There were multiple
Atmosphere.
gods at this time.
That sounds messy.
A bureaucratic nightmare, no doubt.
You enjoyed that joke too much.
I really did. I really did.
It was good. I liked it. I saw I have Simpsons clips on my Twitter, and it was the one where Homer gets in the shower accidentally with Marge's sister, thinking it's obviously Marge, and he gets out and bleaches his eyes, and then as he's walking out, Bart is going to go into the bathroom, so Homer just grabs him and bleaches his eyes. And it's so hot damn, man, that's parenting. Don't go in there.
Tell me about the dead basketball.
Once a sphere, for recreational purposes.
Too many facets for its own good.
God damn it, my nose will not stop running, man.
Are you a sickly child?
Hay fever.
Where is the gymnasium? It's got to be on the ground floor. That's where gymnasium. You don't have a top floor gymnasium.
Having a top floor gymnasium sounds dangerous.
Yeah. That's why I figured it wouldn't be. Oh,
There's
gym
no
door.
data
There we
here,
go.
Watcher.
Okay.
Gym door sounds like the most boring man alive.
Why?
We can only experience.
Hello,
what
I'm
the
Jim
All-Mother
Door
has
and I
experienced.
work in the post office.
I think working in the post office would be fairly interesting. There's more boring jobs than that. I spent 2 years working in bus parts, my dude.
No, he works in the administration part of the post office, so he doesn't even handle any of the letters.
Alright.
We're trapped.
Ooh, error.
Then where is Principal?
Principal must be waiting for us in another time
What the
period.
All-Mother has experienced. Okay, so
We need
you're
to
in like a
find connecting memories
dreamscape.
to reach her.
I wouldn't rule it out at this stage.
I guess she's not taking it easy on me.
Principal is only ensuring that you learn. I'm sensing
So
a
you're a
strange
clone.
entity on the rooftop
Yes.
of the school.
And they're clones of yous. They're clones of clones. So
They may be the
the
key.
All-Mother is
We
like
should
the
seek them out.
original clone.
Yeah, I guess so. That would make sense, yeah.
Agreed.
Or not the original clone, but like the original
The
person.
one that everyone was cloned from, yeah.
The progenitor.
Right, maybe Johnson the 50 will let me upstairs now.
But what about Jim Daw? We wanna hang out with Jim Daw. I wanna hear about the deep administration of the post office.
Of all the things I've played today, this is so far thoroughly the least compelling of all of them. It really is.
So this
Well,
is
I
Sorry
make
to
things
say.
more compelling with my love for Jim Daw. Yeah, so
You almost
like
had
there's
me
no
at it.
sky. Everything's red.
Your
I don't know
theory
why
about
everything's red. There's
socialized
no
immunity?
sky. The trees
What
don't
an
seem to like
elaborate lie.
sway in the wind. A lot of this could
Also, I'd
obviously
bring
just
you
be
here to
graphical
light
limitations.
candles.
But yeah, I think this is like a
It must be important.
I get the call for ritual.
a dreamscape thing.
Each and
Also,
every
this
one of us, we've
game
lost
is like
people too.
really basically animated.
Yes, no, as I was saying, like, even in the cutscenes where you would expect the animation to matter and be a part of things, like, the characters just basically stand stock still, except for, like, like this kind of animation, like, a very slight sway to suggest that they're not completely immobile, but also, like, they don't do anything or emote, they just stand there until it is time for movement.
Yeah, it seems
But you-
like the main
you've put
character has like
dozens of
stock
lives at risk.
animations as well.
Not
Yeah,
least of which your
yeah.
own.
I mean, you know, for like a first endeavor, I think
I
that's
hope
the
you've
interesting
enjoyed
thing.
your
A lot
little
of the
excursion.
games that do tend to have
For a very
quite interesting
long time.
stories, maybe this one not
You
included,
are unkind.
Just you wait.
tend to be like graphically minimalistic. Like, do you know Puppet Combo?
No.
It's a dev that makes horror games, but he makes them as if they were all on the PlayStation 1.
Okay.
So, like, you know, they look really graphically bad, but they also manage to be some of the scariest stuff I've ever watched. Because I'm not playing it, I'm a big baby.
I mean, there are plenty of people who do a lot of, as far as they go, relatively minimalist horror. RPG Maker has got a big horror scene, for crying out loud, and that's RPG Maker, so...
Well, yeah, wasn't the original, not Lisa, but it's like the game it's based on. Isn't that
yeah?
RPG Maker?
I think so. Sounds about right. Let's look at Jiao's picture with the giant looming sigil in the sky. This seems important.
Iris, is that you?
That
It's
looks like
me,
a
Zhao.
head, well, a neck and shoulders to me. So
No, you're a picture.
I'm so relieved to see you. I've missed you.
maybe this is like
Let me
a
guess.
shrine
You finished
to the
with
progenitor.
straight A's. Did you
I don't
get
know.
into that expensive
sure.
school? How's that boy you like? Do you still like him?
I want to get inside
Yeah,
the
it feels like this
gymnasium.
game really
Can you
needs
help me do that?
to give you a reason to do any of this.
Yes, this is what I mean. There's like, it's just feeding you bits of world building, but at no point have I ever been given like, there's no story. It's just world building, and like I don't have like a. I mean, I kind of have a place to go, which is get to the gymnasium, but like I don't know why I'm doing it. So I don't really like get. I don't have a motive. There's no story to it. There's just only world building.
I suppose maybe that's the experiment of the game, though. Can you make a compelling game with just world building?
Yes, it was called Return of the Obra Dinn.
No, it's at a mechanic.
Yeah, well, that's what it was world building, but it also had a mechanic. I don't know.
Oh, but it had a pretty deep puzzle mechanic. Yeah, the world building was built into the mechanic, but there was like a pretty core mechanic. Whereas this game seems to be just
I see what you're saying. Like, can you have a thing that's just world building and no mechanic whatsoever?
Oh shit! My daughter was just murdered.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, she was my heir. Oh crap!
That's loud music.
What a
Everyone
bastard.
dancing together. And seeing you laugh for the first time, it was worth it. Don't you remember?
I'm sorry, no.
What about this? Let me help. I'll send you back to that time, and
Crap,
we
now
can
I
meet
need to
each
find
other
a
all over
wife
again.
for my heir.
Back when I had a body.
Watcher, this is strange. I am reading multiple Jow entities all of a sudden.
Ooh.
Multiple? What do you mean?
Come visit again when you remember everything. Bye-bye.
Okay. Now we're on a school roof, and everybody is definitely animated.
I mean, for me, you're still talking to the portrait.
Hold E to jump to a future time period. Time travel.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Don't ever speak to me again.
What?
Jow
What did I do?
Now that my video
Angsty
has over 2
student.
million
I like
views,
that.
I don't need you anymore.
Sorry?
So one of the student that was at like the front of the group on the roof, called Angsty Student.
Yes, the guy I'm talking to.
I walked into the mountains. I saw it with my own eyes. The body, it spoke to me. Don't you see? This is our moment to be more.
God, stupid nose.
No more meetings, no more jobs, no more debt. None of it. Their arrival will free us all. I strike their pose.
Okay.
Did you see the footage? Where do you think it came from?
What did you see?
A huge body.
The occupants.
Is it a pigeon?
Huh? Is that what they're called?
They walk the surface in my
Sorry,
time.
what?
You talked about a huge body. I'm wondering if it's a pigeon.
They're walking around now?
Nah.
Are they friendly?
I'm surprised actually no one's ever tried to make a game of The Mist by Stephen King.
I'm not familiar with it.
Basically, this mist rolls over a town, and if you go into the mist, it kills you with your own, like, personalized hell. It's really good. I watched the Netflix series because it came out years ago, and it's only 10 episodes, so I thought, oh, so this clearly ends. It doesn't, annoyingly. I mean, it does, but, you know, it's that plenty like, oh, tune in for the sequel, and it's like, no, just end the fucking story. Not everything has to be a 12-year running show.
All for
But profit.
freedom of worship, but
Everything has to have infinite
this is
profit.
unhealthy.
Yeah, true.
We worship the All-Mother.
The All-Mother, is she some kind of internet star?
She is a god.
Oh, jeez, when the kids got so zealous. I've lived through some strange events, but a glowing red body the size of a building. You can't believe everything you see.
I need to get past you.
Sorry? No. No can do. We're keeping these kids isolated. We don't want them to mingle with the rest of the student body.
Okay. Let's go to a future time. Okay, right. We got some time things. Okay. So I can go. So 0 in terms of temperature days. Is today. -2.
So have you finally found the mechanic?
You can't see me, but I'm doing a sort of the vague hand wavy gesture.
Yeah.
I don't think I.
So it is sort of an Obra Dinn style mechanic in the sense that it's going to be about going back and forth in like certain areas that you've already visited to different these 3 different days clearly, and learning about the story in order to piece something together in order to solve something. But it really feels like the game should have started with, yo, you're here to solve this thing.
Yes. That is where Obertin succeeds, where this fails, where like they gave you like an actual like a starting where like you're here, you're doing this is what you're trying to achieve, here's how you're going to do it. and then set you about. Here, they just threw you into a pile of things to walk around and goes, yeah, look at things.
Look at them.
They're scared.
I've got to stay impartial.
Have
for the
you
school
tried
paper.
the
But between you and me,
it's
they're a
like
bit
medieval paintings murder solving?
Pentiment? Is that the one?
Pentiment. No.
Oh.
I'll have to find it.
Pentiment I know was made from medieval paintings, so I don't know which one you're... I didn't know there was another medieval painting game.
I saw a trailer for a game recently, and this was someone either clearly inspired by Cuphead or just a sheer coincidence, but all of their sprites and animations are cross-stitch embroidery.
Interesting. Okay. So
Yeah.
That's a unique
Really
style I've not come
impressive.
across before.
You see that guy? He claims to have met one of those aliens in person. I'm waiting here for an interview.
I want to leave.
Sorry, Iris. I was told to help keep everyone here. How did I get roped into this?
I'm gonna put
I'd
some
rather be
tissue
prepping
over
for the
this.
dance tonight.
I'm sick of this.
I'm such a good dancer.
How much of this game do you get to play?
I don't know.
Because it feels like you finally found the mechanic, and then it's going to be like, all right, that's the end of the demo.
Weirdly, I haven't managed to finish any of the demos in under an hour, so that's roughly the time limit I've given myself for each of these games. I was like, I'm going to play an hour of it or until I finish the demo, and I haven't finished the demo of any game in under an hour. And I grant you, I either get completionist or sidetracked and start chatting about other shite, which means I don't really work, actually get through the damn thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not trying to like finish them. You're just trying to experience the game.
But yeah, don't know.
Demos are so much longer than when we were kids. I remember when demos were you just have 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, I said this earlier. Like demos, you were like, here's a level, do it, and that's it. I'm like, okay, cool, we tasted the game. These are some quite long demos.
I honestly think Steam needs to start doing their equivalent of a demo disc.
I hope they don't
Because
hurt
I'd
us.
love that. Like if you
Spare
could buy,
me
if
and
you
my
could
sister
subscribe,
and my mom
say
and
for
my
example
dad.
to a monthly demo disc, and the money's split between the developers and Steam. I'd love that. Every month I get like a bunch of demos that I can like play through and
I would
be like, I want this game.
I would go so far as to argue that that's kind of what LudoNarraCon is trying to be. There's obviously more to it than that. They get developers to do like live streams and talks and things, but also it is like, here's 30 games, or however many they've done. I think it's 30 something games they've got, and like we've approached them all. They've all put out a demo. Every single game in this festival has a demo. Many of these will be the first time that they've been shown to the public. Like you can download all these demos, you can play all of them, and like get excited for what's coming out soon.
Yeah,
which kind of is that to some degree. I get what you're saying, like more of almost a kind of a subscription service.
Yeah, I think kind of a similar vibe to Humble Bundle, but for one, not shit. And I think the problem with Humble Bundle now is you get so many games that you just don't play half of them. It's like Scott has like 2,000 games on Steam, and he's played like 10% of them because he just gets games on Humble Bundle sent to his Steam.
Right.
And I think if they did a monthly demo disc in the similar vibe, so the devs of the other demos are still getting money, but if you're like, this game's not for me, at least, you're not wasting your money. So the games that you do like, you can be like, oh, cool, I want to buy this game fully, and because I already own the demo, I get a discount or something, or whatever,
Interesting idea.
I think demos are an important part of gaming culture, and they could be improved. They could be improved.
I think there was a study some years back that kind of like they actually, you know, took data and researched it and kind of concluded that actually games that put out demos genuinely sold worse than games that didn't, which is why they kind of died a bit of a death for a while, because a lot of developers were like, oh shit, we actually lose money by putting a demo out, so we're just not going to do that.
Yeah, because the people get to actually try the game.
And
I mean, games sell well, but customer satisfaction is probably up because customers know they're not wasting their money.
There's also, like, I know full well this from my experience. When I was younger, there were plenty of games that I would play the demo over and over and over again, but never bought the game. There are plenty of games that I knew the demo inside out thoroughly because I had the demo disc of it, and we played that incessantly, but I never bought the game.
Is that because you were a child and didn't have any money?
There are still children who don't have any money who will still play demos. I think they work exactly the same way today.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm no.
Although I imagine that audience is far more thoroughly captured by the freemium market. Like, I can't play a demo, but what I can play is shit. I can't think of any freemium games now. Fortnite.
Yeah. I don't know. Just a thought.
I don't know what I'm doing here now. Right, I've talked to these people. Do I go back to what's the name?
You're back? So soon?
I guess so.
Don't worry, I forget things all the time.
Watcher, I think there are more instances of Zhao we can meet.
Your phone talks. I wish I had one of those.
Okay, no. That's my hint that no, this is not. Where is Zhao? Was Zhao here? What am I supposed to be doing to Zhao?
Zhao.
They look so majestic in that video. Do you think they're real?
I've never seen one in person.
You think they're dangerous?
Stay away. Far away.
A visitor? An alien? Exciting.
So how much longer have you got on this game?
Till I get absolutely sick of it. I don't think I'm going to get to the end of it. I think it's till I get bored and stop playing.
Well, you said you were giving him an hour, so...
Yeah, it probably has been about an hour at this point, honestly.
It seems like a neat game. It just... like... it's taking way too long to get to the interesting part.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to give it a fair shake, and I feel like I'm missing something, but so far it's just weird, piecemeal, disjointed, badly animated. There's no getting around that, and I don't know. It's not grabbed me or my attention in any way, shape, or form. Other games like hooked me right from the off. Like we just played. The train motor simulator, Locomotive, that was the one, and like that one had my attention and my interest from the opening scene. It was charming, it was funny, it was...
The visuals of that looked really good. I'm guessing there's a lot of like Murder on the Orient Express references in that game.
Maybe, I probably wouldn't get them if they were, but because I'm not familiar with Murder on the Orient Express, so I'm sort of aware of it, but I don't know it, so
you don't know the Murder at the Orient Express?
Again, know of it. I've never like read or seen it.
The Kenneth Branagh film is really good. I didn't think I'd enjoy them because, I mean, I'm very attached to David Suchet as Poirot, but Kenneth Branagh does a really good job.
Fair enough. Just something that's like not something I've ever explored. But yeah, it's always obviously that kind of thing. Yeah, it's
like the TV show.
My parents watch a lot of sort of drama channel stuff, so like I sort of vaguely get bits of Poirot and other Poirot style things occasionally when I visit home.
Maybe I could be your manager. I bet that would make Mimi.
Oh, that's her talking about the bloody clone band again, isn't it? Wait, oh, hang on. If I've just
Spray
unlocked this...
sanitizer
Ah, there we go. Because I have unlocked the time travel thing, now I can... Ah, I'm trapped on the... If I go to the roof, I'm trapped on the roof, but I can... Yep. I get the mechanic now! You can just time travel through the door. You can go to a time when the door's open, and then time travel back.
I don't like the look of this.
Right, this suddenly kind of makes sense. There's patient 0!
Dead.
That seems arbitrary.
What?
The time having a time travel to get through the door.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. You go to the top, and they're like, "Oh no, we're keeping these people contained on the roof." You had to at least get to an objective to like open up the roof, and then you get to the roof and like, okay, now time travel to a future time, and they're like, "Oh, well, you need to find this person somewhere else, but everybody's trapped here." So like I guess it's the first time you've been introduced to the time travel things. It's also kind of trying to teach you the mechanics, which I'm too stupid to get, clearly. So yeah, it's like now you have to go forwards in time to the point where the door's open, go back out, and then go back to like, here's how you use time travel in a meaningful way. Dumbass.
I'm kidding.
Not
he's
funny.
definitely
People
dying.
are scared.
I'll be fine. I'm young.
Sick student, I'm dead.
So what? You never seen someone cry before?
I have. Many times.
I'm gonna start a new campaign because that's what I do in these games.
Okay.
This person looks distressed.
Why have they... Okay. You got a green screen set up in a school?
Dig deep.
You're a green screen.
Stay in. You're scared. In pain. You don't know what's going on. Everything around you is about to suddenly change. Cut. Damn. I tried everything, but I still can't
Oh,
get
no,
it to work.
sorry.
What?
Do you have any advice?
I don't know.
What are you chuckling at?
I don't know. Gone a little mad.
Hecky Grace. When we cannot find the answer, we surrender to her grace.
I need to live in the uncertainty, you mean? Iris, do you want to be in my movie? I can't get a read on you. You have mystique, and you're trouble. Don't you want to be immortal?
The All-Mother is already immortal.
You could have just said no. Wash those hands.
Catch it
thoroughly.
for sure.
Sick? Am I unwell? That stuff about Zhao.
Ooh. Posters about the disease. Watery eye.
The disease.
Stuff about Zhao.
What stuff about Zhao?
Zhao.
Poor Zhao.
Is the rumor true? About Zhao.
Oh, it's Zhao. Where's Zhao? Bring me to Zhao. Are you sure you are just sad? Is it stress, anxiety, and depression, or a deadly disease?
Fucking hell, that's one way to give people anxiety.
It sure is.
You're not sad, you're fucking cursed. Oh no. I don't like this game anymore.
Not a single fucking one of them's wearing a mask, though, are they?
Why would they?
Are you born to lead?
Summer art.
Do you feel dirty? Join the gastronomy
Are you a
camp.
street baller?
I hope they take requests tonight.
Canoodling in the back.
Dance around.
They gotta play our song.
Play soccer with your head.
Where is Zhao? I don't want to talk to every single one of these people. If I talk to every single one of these people, I'll be here for the next 3 hours. I would like to finish the demo one day.
You're not sad, you're just sick and dying. You make everyone you care about sick too.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I think that's just Al talking about his personal life.
Oh right. I thought you were just talking about me personally, generally.
Exams are gonna kill me.
I would never say such
Unless
cruel
the
things.
virus gets me
to your
first.
face.
eyes are just watering.
Nope, she's dying.
Paranoid.
She's doing some crazy shit. Poor Zhao.
Like TMI.
Okay. This door is closed, but it's open in the future. Haha.
Ah, you're so smart.
Iris,
And Zhao's in here.
I did
Woo!
exactly
I
what
am
you did me.
smart. S-M-O-R-T.
I dared you?
I changed the votes for the Arch Jingsai. Now you can
Forget
get
that orcs
the
aren't native
scholarship
to
you need.
Azeroth.
No, they came through an interdimensional portal, which, you know, it's just a thing that you do sometimes.
Yeah, they came from Draenor.
Yeah.
Wait, how could this
They
be
came
your
from
assigned
Draenor,
function?
influenced by the Burning Legion led by Sargeras. Weirdly enough, the Draenor, it has the Draenei on it, but it is not their home planet. Which is really weird.
Is it not?
No, their home planet, you actually go to their home planet in Legion. I'll find the name of it, because now it's going to bother me. Draenei. I love the Draenei. I think they're super cool.
Yeah, I had a Draenei.
You had to play the Alliance to play the Draenei, and who wants to do that?
I played a Draenei in Burning Crusade.
Yeah, they're a faction of uncorrupted Eridar who fled their homeworld of Argus to escape the corruption.
Of course,
of the
Argus.
Burning
Yeah.
Legion.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, you go to Argus, and you fight a corrupted Titan on it. So we've officially killed one of the most powerful beings in the universe in World of Warcraft now.
Was Kil'jaeden not a Titan as well, though? Who was killed
You don't
in
you don't kill
Sunwell?
Kil'jaeden.
Oh, okay. My guild was not that good. We did not get past like.
You push him back
Karazhan.
through the. You push him back through the portal in.
Oh, okay.
On the sun in the Sunwell on the Sunwell at the Sunwell. Yeah, you push him through it, and then you imprison him at the end of Legion. Because again, he is literally the most powerful being in the cosmos.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Warcraft lore, in some respects, fascinates me because I spent so long enough playing it that, like, I know enough of it to be interesting. But also, like, there are so many years of layers upon layers upon layers built up that I'm like, I can never begin to dig into this in any kind of meaningful way that I could ever get my head around. That, like, it's an absolutely pointless and futile exercise.
Yeah, and they keep like retconning things, which is really irritating.
Did it work?
And obviously,
Did
like,
you
the
win the
whole
Jingsai?
fiasco with the story
I
of
don't know.
Sylvanas, which just pisses me off.
But when they announce it, you'll tell
Because they
me.
just
And
absolutely
then we can
ruined
have the
her character.
sleepover you promised.
I am not certain.
I can't wait. I already bought snacks.
Oh, we made it to a table?
Table.
Target a zip point and zip to it. Woo.
You're a zip point. Got him. Right, guys? I don't know who I'm talking to, but...
Okay, so that zip point just deposits you in the void. Sure, why not? Okay. Perfect. Great.
I mean, where else would you want to be?
Oh, I see. You have to, like, go between multiple in one go.
Oh, I just realised I could play as the Courage. I love the Courage. Fucking Anubarak. I love Anubarak. Anubarak got done so dirty in fucking Wrath Lich King. I loved Anubarak. So cool. It was also one of my favourite characters to play in Heroes of the Storm.
Okay. don't
Alright,
remember.
fuck
I
it,
don't.
I won't share anything.
I'm
ever
mostly
again.
racking my brains trying to think what context Anubarak was in
Did
Lich
you
King
play
because
Warcraft
that
3?
was. Did I play what? Sorry.
Did you play Warcraft 3?
Yes, but I don't remember much about it.
Did you play the Frozen Throne expansion?
It's a long time ago, and I feel like I want to say yes, but I'm not certain. Honestly.
Anubarak was the big beetle that guided Arthas to the Frozen Throne.
Yeah, sort of vaguely aware of what Anubarak is, but also I don't remember his context in Wrath of the Lich King.
In Wrath of the Lich King, did you...
What? It's the fuck you game!
Oh wow, there's like a mechanic right now.
There is a whole ass mechanic.
Yeah, this looks really strange. Did you play to like the tournament patch in Wrath?
Yes.
Yeah, so in the dungeon for that, after you beat the Black Knight, the floor breaks and you fall and you fight Anubarak there.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
He was also a boss in the original Naxxramas.
Yes, yeah, so was aware of him as a raid boss, but like I couldn't like think where he came up in Wrath.
Yeah, he just kind of dies like a bit of a bitch. It's kind of annoying.
Uh-huh. Somebody with a big old halo. Got
Iris, there's a new Bubble Waffle Cafe that just opened. Your mom says it's
that
your
you?
favorite. And
Like-
I was like, huh?
Because you're
It's
clearly
my
like
favorite
Zhao's
too.
friend.
Yeah.
So, are you like,
Zhao.
is this you?
Your
Because you don't seem to want to
hair.
talk to her.
Your outfit.
And she's
What
got
the hell?
glasses like you.
There's
That's you.
There's also two versions of her as well. So and
You
like
said
the
Iris,
miniature.
yeah, that is you.
Until I'm not so.
I didn't tell
Oh
you
yeah,
to copy
yeah.
everything
that's,
I do.
I guess that passed me.
But you are my, 怎么说? Role model.
That's so cool.
Are you trying to ruin my life?
I'm sorry. I wanted it to be a fun surprise. Like twins.
No.
So you don't like Bubble Waffle?
For fuck's sake. All you ever talk about is bubble waffle this, milk toast that. Why can't you just act normal?
Watcher, you did it. We're back.
Don't talk down to me. Go on.
I'm detecting more Zhao entities in this time period. We should continue looking.
Anything else?
I didn't mean to offend.
We'll talk about it when we get home.
Okay, so like at least I'm mildly engaged insofar as it has mechanics now, but also I still don't
Mechanics.
Yeah, I don't know enough about what's going on to care. Is
Yeah.
the problem I'm still bumping up against with this right now. So yeah. Not sure what to do about that.
Drugs.
Maybe it's a Chinese thing.
Maybe.
Those glowing red giants.
Or maybe we just call it quits and
Yeah,
wrap it
next
up.
game.
Next game. This is supposed to be the last game. It's 1:45. I definitely don't have time to play another game, really.
Well, bums on seats.
Yeah,
Got on here
quite.
sooner.
Yeah. There is other stuff I want to play. I mean, I don't think the demos delete themselves off of my disc, like, because the thing ends. I could play more tomorrow,
Oh, is
conceivably.
LudoNarraCon like going tomorrow?
No,
Or
it's
ending?
not. That's what I mean. Like, tomorrow would be like it runs from it's the 4th to the 8th of the month. So it's like it does end today, but also I've installed these things onto my hard drive, like, because the festival ends doesn't delete them off my hard drive. I mean, I know Steam can do a thing where it just deactivates things and doesn't let you run them, but like I don't think it will do that with demos. I don't think. It's like I could play more stuff tomorrow. It loses a lot of relevance once we're sort of past the end of the thing, but yeah, nobody cares about my channel anyway, and they're not gonna care anymore tomorrow. So
I care. People need to stop saying things like that. It's not helpful.
It's true.
It's not helpful. Oh god, so much sniffles.
Yeah, there was a few other games I was interested in, but like, I mean, also I could just like stop trying to, as I say, monetize my hobbies, play the demos, find out what's good, and just review them when the damn games actually come out.
Yeah.
It's kind of a significant part of this is just for me to figure out what is going to come out over the next year that actually is worth taking a look at, because I'm really bad at keeping my finger on the pulse of what's coming up. And things like this are just a really good excuse for me to go, hey, what games are in development actually, by the way?
I get that.
Did it with the Superfuse demo for you. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I've definitely come across things before where you get a little pop-up that says the developers have disabled this thing that's on your computer, and you're just like, okay, well, I guess I'll uninstall that then. You have good content, just need to find time, energy, and inspiration to do more. Well, thank you for saying that, and somewhere deep down I just sort of recognise that. And yes, the whole time, energy, and inspiration thing is a tough thing to come by these days. Inspiration, yeah, I'm hoping to find inspiration by doing things like LudoNarraCon. Time and energy are a whole other story. Those are tricky resources in this day and age. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna play some more. I'm gonna play some more of these things over the next few days when I get a chance to try and either finish the demos I didn't finish or discover more things, and hopefully that'll set me up for making some more of that good content over the course of the next year or so.
Just doing some serious drugs.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, probably that as well. Yeah.
You never know. It might make you enjoy your streams more if you do it all while completely blasted.
I mean,
or stoned off your bonds.
I mean, my fridge is jam-packed full of beer. But
I thought you were going to say my fridge is jam-packed with, like, brownies or something. It was like, I mean, fair enough, man.
If we're going to get into that, like, the only time I've done edibles, I had a bad time. Like, anytime I've smoked weed, it's been fine. It's been good. I had a good time with that. Edibles, no. I genuinely had a bad time with edibles. So
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of edibles. I prefer to just smoke the stuff. It's easier.
But also, I still fall into the trap of being a responsible adult who doesn't actually know a dealer. So
responsible adult who doesn't do the drug.
So I mainly I'm waiting on a government to legalize and tax the hell out of it, which is the sensible thing to do. So then I can just like do it without having to like feel weird about doing it illegally.
Makes sense.
Yeah. There's like that. Like Penny Arcade had a whole thing about it. It's like it was one of those things. Is like I don't object to doing it. It's just that like as an actual adult, when it's illegal, you kind of just like go, well, I'm not gonna like do crime. It's a crime.
Do crime.
But like as soon as you legalize it, you're like, yeah, all right, sure.
I do crime.
So
yeah, I mean, yeah, once it's legalized, it's gonna be a good time.
It sure is. Right. Bye, everyone.
Night.
Bye.